What? 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 Why can't you? 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 Why can't you?
Tide goes in, tide goes out. You can't explain it.
Why can't you? Well, I did this. Why can't you?
We're back.
It worked. We've gone back in time, Marty. All right, enough of that scrolling. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Headliners. I'm Mikey Famine.
And I'm Tim.
Yes, you are. I need to grab that from Flynn Diggory from it was an All That sketch. Do you remember that, where he was kind of like a Steve Irwin kind of guy? He's like, and I'm Vanessa. Yes, you are.
I'm everyone's favorite person, Tim.
Oh, get this fighting stick out of the way. Am I right?
Oh man,
don't want that getting in the way of my news that I'm about to spew all over this internet. Oops.
Should we say hi to the peoples and then?
Oh yes, hello people.
And then try and sell some merch.
Let's save that for the end. I love you boys, but you get a little long in the tooth with your merch. You just get on the thing and it's like 8 minutes later and you guys are like, and this shirt in red. I'm like, oh my god, boys.
I'll be quick. I got an elevator pitch ready.
Let's hear. Oh wait, speaking of elevator pitches, Angus, something to add?
It's Charlie Angus here from Midas Canada, the Resistance Tour, and I watch the Bin Podcast Network. You got to watch it. Sign up, follow them.
It's pretty much a commandment. So
you got to do what he says.
So if you're new around here, hit the subscribe button. Everybody, hit the like button. Get us in front of new people.
Yeah.
Do that stuff.
Here, I'll let you do the sounds and I'll do the peoples.
I'm ready for sounds.
All right, let's see. We'll start at the top here. Pup Galaxy. Aroo.
I love Tesla.
I love Tesla.
Lost Missionary.
I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Billy.
I'm talking
to you.
Fettuccine, linguine, martini, bikini.
I saw you, Diane, and I tried to like donkey kick it, and I just like brain fart.
Adams.
Thank you for your question, Senator.
Gina.
Stupido.
That Opal guy.
Defending Cankles, McTaco Tits, and owning the libs. That's Thur.
Oh man, Ms. Welch crushes it, man.
Open the fucking straight, you crazy bastards.
That's such a deadpan read of that too. She's like, open the fucking straight, you crazy bastards.
Open the fucking straight, you crazy bastards.
Straight. Her intonation is all over.
Yeah. It's another one of those, she's so done with this whole thing. She's like, I don't fucking care anymore. Pragmatic Crystal.
No, the lie detector determined that was a lie.
And thanks to Pragmatic Crystal for boosting the Twitch stream.
Getting them links.
And as always, my partner in crime.
You don't get to talk.
Lumber is at a 5-year low, Congresswoman.
Reclaiming my time.
Then let's just have
McKinnon. Ooh, and the Dark Lord Greg.
Quiet in the chambers, please. Quiet in the chambers.
Oh man, they keep coming. Wee Shaza.
Wee Shazadi.
The girls are fighting, aren't they?
And look at the trees.
In the hell?
Look at all those chickens.
Fuck the hell off.
All right, Mikey, you ready? Here, I got an elevator pitch. Time me 60 seconds. And go. All right, hi everyone. The bin has a merch store. We have designs. They're currently on sale. They're on sale for the next 2.5 days. Get your discount merch now. You can get great designs like Loose Thumbs Sink Ships, Get in the Van for Jesus, Tim's hat, Ride the D, and Fuck the Hell Off. Right now on TeePublic in our merch store. Go buy it now while they're on sale.
There you go.
There you go.
That's your elevator pitch music.
I thought that was pretty good. I thought that set the tone.
It's called Cyberpunk Lowrider. It's in the thing on the side.
And McKinnon, who has our stats, 9 shirts sold. Fuck the Hell Off is our bestseller.
Thank you to you all. See, good thing I trolled you back then.
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was a good idea. That's why I did it.
Now, McKinnon, you need to make a shirt that has Mikey's picture on it and then says, I voted for Trump.
No. That is regressive branding. We don't want that. Actually, you know what? Once he starts locking up all of the journalists, I'm like, if you'll refer to the clip, just Tim in the gulag, please. Hello. He is such a leftist. Holy shit.
Oh, boy.
Unbelievable, this guy.
McKinnon says, I'll make a shirt for Mikey that says, I ride the D.
I don't even live in LA.
My wife saw the t-shirt designs and she was like, what the fuck does ride the D mean? And I'm like, well, it's a long story, but it's about
no. Why don't she watch the show consistently?
She doesn't watch the show.
You know what I'm saying? How come you don't have to watch the show and you're just supposed to get every inside joke? Like, what's up with that? Like, why we got to just give away our inside jokes? Why can't she watch the show?
And
same thing with my wife. I'm talking to you too, Mrs. Famine. If that is your real name.
Yeah, I think Mark's wife is the only wife that consistently
watches. That's what I'm saying. She's the only one. She should be getting her merch.
I know.
And my wife was like, oh, you know, my friends are from here and friends are from there. I'm like, yeah, you sound like all of our wives. You guys all have like a pretty small friend group and you kind of like talk to the family. And yeah, I was like, yeah, we could get you guys all to like together, but fuck that. And if you're in the chat and you understand why that's a horrible idea, please explain it to the rest of the people.
It's not a good idea.
Why is it a bad idea for all of our wives to become best friends?
Because which about us to each other,
which will happen almost instantaneously. They will coalesce like 3 raindrops coming down onto somebody's parade. I'm telling you, they will join forces so fast. And we're going to be doing shows about fucking folding laundry and fucking cleaning out gutters, changing the oil in the driveway. Like, we're going to get, no. Well, let's watch another video about how stupid we are. And then, no.
I'm pretty sure if our wives got together, they would watch our show to mock us.
Yeah. And they would cut us like too deep. Like for on the air, they'd be hitting it too. Like, you know, you had to see a therapist yesterday. Like, shut up, man.
Well, my husband sees a therapist all the time. You don't need to tell everyone that.
Oh, well, I was defending you. Like, no, I don't want you to go away. This is why our wives don't watch us.
When his dog died, he cried so hard. Like, don't tell everyone that.
They probably would have guessed, but you didn't have to confirm it. You didn't have to confirm it.
And then they'd start like commiserating against us.
Yeah, like taking all of our bad habits that we share because we hang out too much.
They would start trying to like group manipulate us. That's what they would do.
Mm-hmm. We got to stay feral. We got to stay feral, dog.
They would get together and they'd be like, listen, this is how we fix these men.
I have bad news for everybody. I think that's going to happen anyway.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think it's avoidable anymore.
What they're going to do to us is the non-cage version of what is going to happen to men in general.
Let me check. Maybe it's in my history. Maybe it's not. I was watching something and I was like, oh, it's almost Cage's time. It's almost Cage's time.
It is almost Cage's time. It's kind of rough out there. I mean, I did earn some points last week. I will say that.
That's good.
I did a little ditty after you left the show the other day, Mikey, and the wife was like, good on you.
I think it was something about the Epstein stuff.
Mikey, go find these 10 people.
Oh my goodness.
Allie with the 10 gifted Bin Podcast Network memberships.
Oh my goodness.
She is.
The enemy is the oligarchy.
Allie, are you the oligarchy?
We'll do it live. Fuck it.
Are you pushing buttons?
I am pushing buttons.
Dude, you're throwing me off. I got the other stream up, so I could look at the people. I'm like, what is happening? Oh my God. My brain looking for people that don't exist.
Usually I have the other stream up, but I neglected to do that.
Oh, maybe it's on the vertical.
It's on the regular one, not the vertical. It never goes up on the vertical.
Except for this time because it's on the vertical.
What?
Number 1, Mike Dix.
Ooh, hold on. Ooh, we know him.
We do. Amorous 5239.
I am full, but I can't pass up this great opportunity.
Well, how much? Black Atheist Rants. What up, cuz?
Read history.
Memphis,
You
cuz?
learn from history.
I spelled this wrong.
Is that the name of a person? That's
Yes.
a screen
Open
name?
the fucking straight, you crazy bastards.
Tim that.
We don't like cum.
Oh. Ron Snowing.
Democrats are revved up.
Dr. Osiris. That's a good name.
Baby.
Sean 906.
You have no decency. You have no honor.
Cathal OG.
Watch it.
I did not. Yeah, I will see it on the news.
Rustinho.
I've never had my flabbers so gasted.
And on top of that,
stupido.
we are spoiled today. 2 British pounds, some funds from Scotland, civics lessons plus. Should we do that first?
We could do that first. We could do that. We also have another. We have another super chat from Ken. How about a hat that says "The bin is always right"? I mean,
the bin was right about everything.
The bin was right about everything.
Just start taking all of their fucking slogans and slapping the bin in there.
Thanks for the super chat.
Thank you for the super chat. Because that's, if they're gonna grift, we should just do the laziest copy of their grift. Like whenever they come out with something, we'll just make an obvious bin pun off of their shit.
Mikey,
it can only good happen.
Or onions. We should add onions to all their shit.
Let me bring up the old amendment here, or the amendments to the old Constitution. Let's see, where are we? I believe we're at the 16th Amendment. Nope, 15th Amendment.
We did prohibition last.
No, the last one we did was the income tax, and then everyone got all upset that we have an income tax.
Well, it's not fair.
Honestly, guys. Hey, the 15th Amendment. This is one of like the big three that was passed after the Civil War.
Right.
So this was passed by Congress February 26th, 1869, and ratified a year later, February 3rd, 1870. This amendment basically is the right to vote will not be denied by race. Section 1. The right of the citizens of the United States to vote shall not be denied or abridged by the United States or by any state on the account of race, color, or previous condition of servitude.
Now, just remember, what year was this again? I'm sorry. 66?
1870.
70.
So after the war.
And y'all are like, we're totally past all of this, like, discrimination kind. Bitch, it took 5 years after the fucking Civil War to have to put it on paper. You can't stop telling black people they can't vote. They had to literally make an amendment to the Constitution because motherfuckers just would not listen. Voter suppression. I'll tell you about voter suppression. Chrissy. Get a thing.
2 British pound super chat from Chrissy.
Stupido.
Just the show appreciation for the streams.
We appreciate you, Chris, with your breaking news.
Yes, we do. We do appreciate the breaking news coverage.
Is defending cankles, McTaco tits, and owning the libs. That's Thur.
Well, Mikey, because of that,
are revved up.
So that's the 15th Amendment. It's pretty simple. You can't prevent people from voting just because of their race or their previous condition of servitude.
Well, this dovetails beautifully into the 14th Amendment, which is very important. And everybody needs to do we have a listen up or fucking don't be a
stupido.
Do not think that the 14th Amendment says something that it does not say. It is probably one of the most clear amendments in here. There's no like on the third Wednesday of the full moon on the summer solstice of a toad's wish. No, none of that shit. Let's dig into one of the most important amendments we have.
Hold on 1 second.
Nope.
I'm just
not doing that. Not
putting
holding
the
on.
link to the store in the chat because it was requested by Allie, and we do whatever Allie says because she gives us so much money. There we go. All right. So the 14th Amendment was passed by Congress in June 13th, 1866, ratified July 9th, 1868. It changes a portion of Article 1, Section 2, and also a portion of the 14th Amendment was changed by the 26th Amendment, which we talked about a few weeks ago.
Indeed.
All persons born or naturalized persons. The word person.
No, it says all land owning, privately funded.
I just want to point out, it doesn't say citizens, it says persons.
Huh. All persons born. Would that be like the screaming child of an immigrant that just crossed the Rio Grande? Yes, bitch. All persons born. Three words. 3 words. Get them through your thick fucking skull. It's a loophole. You don't like it? Too bad. It's the way it works.
Anyway, all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction hereof are citizens of the United States and of the state in wherein they reside. No state shall make.
And subject to the jurisdiction thereof, this references previously, you didn't have like an American citizen. You were a Virginia citizen or Pennsylvania or New York. You were a citizen of that state, and they were in charge of keeping your records and doing. There wasn't a federal anything yet. That didn't happen yet. So when they're talking about a jurisdiction thereof, so if somebody is a foreign diplomat and they have a child here, they're not subject to our jurisdiction because they are a what's that embassy ambassador.
Yes,
you know, they're just a visitor here for official business. That child actually it listens to another set of rules. That's all they're talking about. So if your ass breathes your first breath on this soil, you're an American. Period.
Yes.
Yes. It doesn't matter what the fuck these Republicans want to say about it. It's too bad if they don't like it.
No state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States, nor shall any state deprive any citizen of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, or deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws. Once again, not citizen, person.
Nor deny to any person within its jurisdiction the equal protection of the laws, which is all the other amendments that are out so far. So that's the First Amendment, Second Amendment, Fourth Amendment, Fifth Amendment, all the ones that make it not so compliant to the government. That applies to people who are not citizens too.
Yeah, it applies to immigrants.
So they can protest.
Right.
Weirdos.
It applies to immigrants. It applies to people seeking asylum.
Yep.
It applies to people who are in the country and undocumented. It applies to every person who is in the country.
An undocumented asylum seeker had a child here. Well, the child is a fucking citizen. Read the fucking rule book. I didn't write the recipe, man. I didn't write it. That's just what it is.
Look at the tree. It says, if your ass breathes your first breath, that's a reverse fart.
I mean, a tree would say something like that.
Section
Reverse
2.
farting.
Section 2 of the 14th Amendment. This is the part that changes Article 1, Section 2. Representatives shall be apportioned among the several states according to their respective numbers, counting the whole number of persons in each state, excluding Native Americans. It says Indians, but I'll say Native Americans. Not taxed. But when the right to vote at any election for the choice of electors of president and vice president of the United States. So basically, the
federal election
or college stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Representatives in Congress and the executive judicial officers of a state or the members of the legislature hereof is denied to any of the male inhabitants of such state being 21 years of age and the citizens of the United States, or in any way
they later got bumped down to 18.
Yeah, or in any way abridged, except for participation in rebellion or other crime.
Rebellion.
Rebellion.
Stop the
and other crimes. The basis of representation herein shall be reduced in the proportion in which the number of such male citizens shall bear to the whole number of male citizens 21 years of age in such state. So that changes a bunch of electoral college stuff and representation in Congress, basically.
Impeach him.
Yes, impeach.
We should just start selling peach merch.
Just shove them in a peach.
Just peaches in a whole bunch of different areas. Muttley, what up, dog?
This is also pretty important. Section 3 of the 14th Amendment. No person shall be a senator or representative of Congress or elector of president and vice president or hold any office, civil or military, under the United States or under any state who, having previously taken an oath as a member of Congress or as an officer of the United States or as a member of a state legislature or executive or judicial officer of any state to support the Constitution, shall have engaged in insurrection or rebellion against the same.
What? Insurrection?
That's rough for a few people. Oh,
and they're like, why are you guys mad at Trump? Why are you guys all like mad and stuff? Like, what did he do? Bitch, did you even read the Constitution? It's right there. You can't. You can't.
Insurrection.
You can't do it. You can't do a coup.
You can't do a coup.
Coups are against the rules.
This is technically. I mean, Trump's never been found guilty of treason or insurrection, but he certainly sure did try. Yeah, Adam's got it right. Looking at you, January 6th.
January 6th, put your hand down.
Yeah, or given aid to the comfort of enemies. I mean, Trump has done a whole bunch of that, man. A whole bunch of that.
This says their defense was that it doesn't specifically mention the president. But it does. He is an officer of
He
the
is an officer of the executive
federal
branch.
Yeah, he's an officer of the federal government. We don't call him officer president. Like
he took an oath, which is
Right.
very specific in here. It's
swore-
people who
he
having
is
took an
sworn
oath.
in. He did the ceremony and everything.
I'm surprised that Bible didn't burst into flames the second time he put his hand on it.
Well, it was upside down, so.
Congress may, by a vote of 2/3 of each house, remove such disability. So, if Congress wants to, they could say, "Hey, this person's cool with us," but 2/3 of them have to agree. There's another section. It's about public debt. The validity of the public debt of the United States authorized by law, including debts incurred for payments of pensions and bounties for services in suppressing insurrection or rebellion, shall not be questioned.
Spare no expense.
But neither the United States nor any state shall assume or pay any debt or obligation incurred in aid of insurrection or rebellion against the United States, or any claim for the loss or emancipation of any slave, but all such debts, obligations, and claims shall be held illegal and void. So this is people trying to make up their quote losses for losing their slaves or being a part of the insurrection against the country, saying that their claims of debt are illegal, that the government owes them anything.
I mean, that would be great. Except for some of them slave owners got reparations for their lost property.
Yeah.
So black people, we just gonna need our reparations too. Should be a crispy like 7 figures for each one of us. So just go ahead and write that check.
With inflation from 1866, yeah, it's a lot of money.
Let me see. Let me do some back of the envelope stuff here.
And then the last section is about Congress shall have the power to enforce blah, blah, blah. So the 14th Amendment is a pretty big one, pretty important one. It ties up a lot of loose ends from the Civil War in regards to who can and cannot hold office because they participated in the Civil War.
Or any insurrection or any rebellion.
Yeah. It also prevents people from collecting bounties or debt that they claim based on the fact that they held slaves and they no longer hold slaves. And makes it so that anyone born in this country or naturalized in the United States or is just in the United States has protection of the United States laws.
We should just get all persons born on a shirt.
We should.
Because that's the important bit.
We'll do one more.
Do like all persons born. Look. Like all persons born. And then just like in the background, just like a 14.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. We'll send that one to McKinnon so that we remember it.
Somebody write that down for McKinnon.
The 13th Amendment of the Constitution, the abolition of slavery.
I think we should get rid of the 13th Amendment. I'm Black MAGA. I don't need it. I'm Cenk Uygur. I don't need it.
So stupid.
Remember, Mikey, these are just rules. Passed by Congress January 30th, 1865, ratified December 6th, 1865. The amendment changes a portion of Article 4, Section 2. Section 1. Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as a punishment for crime, whereof the parties shall have been duly convicted, shall exist in the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction.
Chrissy just said slavery hasn't stopped, but basically moving to the prison system and low paid work. Yup.
Yeah. This article of the Constitution basically said we can't do overt slavery anymore, but prison slavery is okay.
And this is right before the implementation of Jim Crow.
Yep. And then section 2 is Congress shall have the power to enforce blah, blah, blah. So pretty straightforward. There's little room for interpretation here. No slavery unless you're in prison.
And then it's totally fine. We'll just let the government do it. They're trustworthy.
Government do it. So the United States is a cavalcade of contradiction.
That's okay. We're going to be closing the prisons pretty soon.
I mean, the men are all going to be in prisons pretty soon.
Good thing we're soy boys, huh?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, but there's some men that are going to end up in cages.
Let's ask Google.
On to the main event. So JD Vance has had a very bad, very, very sad week.
You think?
He keeps getting thrown to the wolves, and it's not great. Not great for him.
JD Vance. Last week, he went to Hungary to rally support for the re-election of Prime Minister Viktor Orban, who then lost decisively on Sunday, absolutely crushed, super majority for the opposition party for the first time in 16 years. Now Vance is saying, well, yeah, the administration knew that would happen all along.
One of the reasons why we decided to do that, Brett, is not because, we can't read polls. We certainly knew there was a very good chance that Viktor.
But they also can't read polls. It's not because they can't read polls, but they also can't read polls. Those things are not mutually exclusive. Hit the play button. What happened here? I can't hit buttons.
Viktor would lose that election. We didn't go because we expected Viktor to cruise to an election victory. We went because it was the right thing to do, to stand behind a person who had stood by us.
Right, yes, a person who had tried to transform his country into a one-party dictatorship, and which you want to do too.
Pause real quick. Shout out to Chris Hayes for being in The Boys.
Chris Hayes is in The Boys?
He is in The Boys as a reporter named Chris Hayes.
He appears as himself in The Boys.
Yeah, he's in the gaggle, and they say, yeah, Chris Hayes. And I'm just like, hey!
It's always funny when you see people who are like actual news anchors end up on movies and whatnot. I think I saw Lawrence O'Donnell end up on, what was the name of the movie? One of those White House Has Fallen movies.
Oh, yeah.
He was the news anchor.
I think Jake Tapper was in The Boys, too.
Yes, I remember Jake Tapper
1 or
in The
2.
Boys. Yeah. And so it's funny because like, I have a reference for that. I know who that person is. They're a real news person.
Dispatched, of course, to Pakistan.
Of course, I had already fucking paused it and said, I think that's Chris Hayes. and then she says, Chris Hayes in the front row. And I'm like,
thanks, show.
On that Donald Trump started. On his way there, he reminded everyone, this guy has no credibility and zero experience in this field.
I mean,
he said, we refuse to give up the right to enrichment. And I thought to myself, you know what? My wife has the right to skydive, but she doesn't jump out of an airplane because she and I have an agreement that she's not going to do that because I don't want my wife jumping out of an airplane.
What?
Why did you guys send him? Mr. Vice President, how did the talks go? Well, if my wife wants to jump out of an airplane, oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
No.
They're all stupid.
My God.
They're all so stupid.
What was the question that he was asked?
This field.
He said, we refuse to give up the right to enrichment. And I thought to myself, you know what? My wife has the right to skydive, but she doesn't jump out of an airplane because she and I have an agreement that she's not going to do that because I don't want my wife jumping out of an airplane.
So he's comparing Iran wanting nuclear weapons to his wife wanting to skydive?
Same thing.
Same thing, right? And he has him and his wife have sat down and had this conversation, and he's like, listen, I don't want you to skydive. I don't think it's safe. So in this analogy, he sat down with the negotiators in Iran and was like, hey guys, listen, I don't want you to have nuclear weapons. I don't think that's safe for you. Is that what happened?
I can't find the press conference. I have that one in the daytime, but not at night.
I think this is just a gaggle in front of the Air Force 2.
That's what I'm looking for. I don't see the yeah, here it says full gaggle, but it's daytime. Wednesday.
Well,
oh, this is when he's still in Budapest.
Yeah,
so this is from
so.
2 days ago. Oh, here it is.
Boy.
All right, I found it.
He's very stupid.
I think this deserves. Oh my God, he's so stupid already. Holy
Is this
shit.
y'all's guy, by the way? This is your guy?
Hey, him and Erica Kirk 2028. All right, here we go. Yo, even his like I know we like troll these motherfuckers a lot. I didn't make you can't write this.
Hi, everybody. Good evening. So, what's the main camera? Is it this one? Okay, sounds good. So,
oh boy.
Through Hungary, and first of all, I want to thank Viktor Orban, and most of all, I want to thank the Hungarian people.
I'm sure he wants to thank you for sucking the Riz out of his campaign.
Man, JD Vance, whenever he goes somewhere, he does end somebody.
Something dies.
We came here fundamentally to try to counteract some of the propaganda coming from the bureaucracy in Brussels. I've never seen something like it, where you have the bureaucracy of the EU trying to impose costs on the Hungarian people in order to sway the result of an election. I think that's absurd. The president thinks it's absurd. Victor obviously has.
Wait.
Did he at least explain to the Iranis that his wife wouldn't skydive? That may have helped negotiations.
Please send him to help Farage. You know what? We owe Britain a debt.
We do.
And we will send JD Vance to help your enemies.
I'm pretty sure if you're a politician who wants help winning an election or something, you don't want JD Vance there.
Just tell him it's like 3 hours after the actual start time.
Polls show most of them would jump out of an airplane if they were married to JD Vance.
That's why Usha's not allowed to fly. Because I know she'll just try to jump out.
He's like, no, honey, listen. No, I don't want you to jump out of an airplane.
You don't have a parachute. You're skydiving without a parachute. We've agreed that she won't do that anymore.
The president's full support, my full support, and we wish him and the Hungarian people the best. So I'm sad to leave, but excited to get back home.
I won't read it out loud, but thank you.
So let me just say, given that you guys are going to ask about Iran, let me just say a few things, actually. So, number one, I think it's very important for the American media to be honest with the American people.
Oh boy. Usually when they say we want to be honest with the American people, it's a lie.
That means a big scoop of lie is coming.
Yeah.
Big old scoop.
On this particular issue, because it affects not just, the normal issues of public policy, it actually affects peace and war. And here's what I mean. So in the past couple of days.
Yo, it's our fault that all this shit is going tits up. It's our fault. We're not if we just gave everybody, smiley feel-good reports, lies about how things are going, then people would be on board. But people aren't on board because you guys aren't lying. Okay? If you guys would just lie more, then the American people wouldn't be, ready to throw us on our fucking ass.
Yeah, I heard one of their new lies is that the prices aren't actually getting higher, and we should just imagine that they're not.
Why didn't I think of that?
Well, yeah.
I've seen a lot of reporting from the American media about the 10-point proposal that the Iranians have made. Now, as I know, because I've been involved in this, there are
oh my God, you just got involved.
3 different 10-point proposals at least that I've seen floating around.
So that's 30 unique points. No,
we got to go through all of them.
It's drafts, dude.
The first 10-point proposal was something that was submitted that we think, frankly, was probably written by ChatGPT that was submitted to Steve Witkoff.
Dude, you're written by ChatGPT.
That immediately went in the garbage and was rejected. There was a...
So wait a minute. You're telling me the experts in diplomacy and policy from Iran ChatGPT their thing, and your side, which has been busted the entire administration, ChatGPT everything? Everything?
Everything.
Second 10-point proposal that was much more reasonable, that was based on some back and forth between us, between the Pakistanis, and between the Iranians. That is the 10-point proposal that the president was referencing in his truth yesterday. And then, frankly, I've seen a third 10-point proposal that's even more maximalist than the first 10-point proposal that's been floating around various social media channels. Now, here's what's interesting about all this, is that I've seen various organs, the New York Times, CNN, others, pick up and run the original.
Okay. They're at an airport, right? There's no buildings inside the airport to have a fucking press conference. Do they have to do it on the tarmac with the fucking jet engines going the whole time?
They like the gaggle. They like the out of the plane. It makes them look, you look vice presidential standing in front of Air Force 2.
They have windows.
Yeah, I don't think they much care.
Have they ever thought of just doing it in a fucking cyclone or like, you know, at a leaf blower convention? Like it's such bullshit trash audio, and they're at a whole ass fucking airport, which has 100,000 rooms in it. They could have had a gaggle at the baggage claim, you know, do it at the baggage claim. Then we just hear the little click clacking of like the little wheels on the cracks in the floor.
And the things sliding down and hitting the fucking edge of the
cocoon. I would like to see that in the background. Luggage falling out of the little thing. Everybody knows they like to watch that when they go to the airport. Like, you don't mind watching like, oh, look, he's about to do a whole circle. Oh, he did it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But God, man, I'm so sick of hearing fucking jet engine whine.
10-point proposal based on little more than a random Yahoo in Iran submitting it to public access television in the country of Iran, and then
got a couple comments. The Ben podcast, don't jump out of an airplane without a parachute. That's Vance's job. Instead, like and share the stream. I agree. JD wasn't qualified in his shows. He's doing all this because Trump has diminished capacity and can't even run dishwasher, let alone a country. I mean, and he can't run a dishwasher. You know, like he can't even do that part. They're all just out here buying new plates because they can't wash dishes.
Them saying that somehow represents the negotiating position of the government. It's the equivalent of somebody in, let's say, a Democratic councilman in Boise, Idaho, saying something crazy, the local public access TV picking up that crazy statement, and then the New York Times running that as the position of the President of the United States. It doesn't make an ounce of sense. What's happening on the ground in Iran is that you have
Iran never had any 10-point plan. That's just a lie from the media. They had a ChatGPT thing from some aide who was working there, and then that went out to the media. They didn't have any plan at all. Wow. I mean, don't listen to Al Jazeera, who's been covering this shit the entire time. Like, bro is like, I told you guys it was going to be a big shovel. So that didn't make it into Chris Hayes's clip, but goddamn, this motherfucker literally said they didn't want to negotiate at all. They just whipped up something on ChatGPT at the last minute. Right. I was in the room. Believe me, guys. What a fucking piece of work.
Clearly the position of the government, which is to negotiate with the United States of America. You have the position of the President of the United States, which is to send the negotiators to Pakistan and engage in this good faith negotiation. And then, yes, you have some crazy people at the fringes of the Iranian system who are leaking anonymously, either for propaganda purposes or because they're embarrassed or because they don't like what happened. And the final point, when I say they don't like what happened, what we know is...
Bro, they've been dropping propaganda, and it's been in the form of Lego.
Yeah, it has been.
They have been teabagging us. on the social front. Straight up, just dip potato chip right on our fucking foreheads.
The United States accomplish its military objectives. What we know is the United States could have imposed significant additional military and economic costs on Iran and still has the capacity to do so. But we thankfully at this point, I think, have a ceasefire thanks to the leadership of the President of the United States. We have the Iranians promising to open the Straits of Hormuz, and we have a negotiation.
They did not promise that.
That's supposed to start this weekend. That's the truth. I think it's a good first step. We're going to see if we can make more progress here in the days to come.
So you're negotiating partners.
Go ahead. Yeah. Go.
There seems to be a disagreement about whether Lebanon was included in this proposal. And the Speaker of the Parliament, who you're going to sit across from the table from in TableWed, this just said that he thinks negotiations will be unreasonable while that war is ongoing. So would you ask Israel to hold off strikes to allow some negotiations on?
Well, first of all, I know there's been some conversations between the Israelis and the leadership of our country today.
Oh, you mean when Israel said, well, I never signed a ceasefire. I'm blowing shit up.
I haven't been involved in that because I've been busy doing stuff in Hungary. I'm actually supposed to get an update when I get on the...
I mean, they were all about, it's a U.S.-Israel strike, a U.S.-Israel assault, a U.S.-Israel, and then they're like, well, I don't have to not attack people. Yeah, you're part of this, dude.
But let me say a couple things. First of all, I actually think, and there's a lot of bad faith negotiation and a lot of bad faith, propaganda going on. I think this comes from a legitimate misunderstanding. I think the Iranians thought that the ceasefire included Lebanon, and it just didn't. We never made that promise. We never indicated that was going to be the case. What we said is that
Pause for a second, Mikey. The Iranians demanded that the ceasefire include Lebanon.
Tell me about it. So,
like, that lie only works if there wasn't other countries with other media,
right?
That also interviewed his counterparts who said, yeah, Lebanon was part of it, and yeah, Israel is breaking it. It was a stop to all fighting. All fighting. That's fighting still. You're fighting still. You're breaking the ceasefire. You're not I guess we're not on Israel's side, is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Tell me about it. So,
ceasefire would be focused on Iran, and the ceasefire would be focused on America's allies, both Israel and the Gulf Arab states.
Yes.
Now, that said, the Israelis, as I understand it,
he just said they're involved, so yes.
Again, I'm supposed to get a fuller report when I get on the plane, have actually offered to be, frankly, to check themselves a little bit in Lebanon because they want to make sure that our negotiation is successful. That's not because that is part of the ceasefire. I think that's the Israelis trying to set us up for success, and we'll, of course, see how that unfolds in the next few days. But, look, if Iran wants to let this negotiation fall apart in a conflict where they were getting hammered.
If the Democrats want to shut the government because I shoved all this money into the budget at the last minute, I mean, I guess it's the Democrats' fault. No one buys this shit anymore, dude. You sound crazy.
Over Lebanon, which has nothing to do with them and which the United States never once said was part of the ceasefire, that's ultimately their choice. We think that would be dumb, but that's their choice.
Mr. Vice President, Iran is continuing to block the Straits of Hormuz. Do you have an expectation of when that country is going to
God, that's killing my ear.
We've already seen an increase in traffic today. Hopefully we'll see an increase in traffic tomorrow.
Yeah, 2 ships.
We actually think that we are seeing signs that the Straits is starting to reopen. I think you guys are probably...
Well, this was 8 days ago before we decided to block the Strait of Hormuz ourselves. So,
Before we decided to put a reverse Uno card down in a game of poker. God damn.
Oil prices have come down, so I think the oil markets, the gas markets are seeing the same thing.
Everyone's playing, all the countries are playing Texas Hold'em, and then America's sitting on pocket reverse skip off color.
Right. Like, yeah, we just put a card down. Uno.
Like, what the just doing the wrong game.
But the president's been very, very clear. The deal is a ceasefire, a negotiation. That's what we give. And what they give is the Straits are going to be reopened. If we don't see that happening.
What about the nuclear shit?
No, he don't care about none of that.
Because that wasn't agreed to. That's the disagreement.
Not going to abide by our terms if the Iranians are not abiding by their terms.
Mr. Vice President, Caroline Levitt said you played a key role in these talks.
Oh boy.
Could you help us understand
Yeah, she said this is your fault.
Some details about that role, and do you think your well-known opposition to foreign wars generally was a factor that made you a key player in this?
Well, I appreciate Carolyn saying that. I mean, you know, my key role was
She's married and pregnant. Find your own, JD.
sat on the phone a lot. I answered a lot of phone calls. I made a lot of phone calls. And again, I'm happy about where we are. I think the president has struck a good deal for the American people, but fundamentally, the Iranians have.
I'm sorry. How? What did we get? What did we get? What's the deal? You spent $1 billion a day for 40 days and 40 nights. What are we talking about? Hey.
5 British pound super chat from Allie. They say, Tim, Mikey, can you get stickers for your YouTube channel with QR codes if I am asked about the merch on the merch store? Yes. All of
make
this
an emote of the QR code.
Oh, yes, we can do that.
Yeah, I can figure that out.
Yeah.
Good idea. Good idea.
I think I can do that. I have a little mini sticker printer. I can do that myself.
Got to take the next step, or the president has a lot of options to go back to the war.
Do you know if Iranians requested that you join the talks?
I don't know that. I would be surprised if that was true.
It is true. See, this is what pisses me off. This shit is readily available information. It's just not reported on in this country. They said, yeah, give us JD Vance, someone who's actually in the administration, because Kushner and fucking Witkoff are a joke. They're Israeli assets, and they are not negotiating in good faith. Give us somebody from the actually representing the country.
Right.
Well, I don't know who's out there telling people that I was requested.
Them, motherfucker. They said it, bitch. Damn. Lie so fucking much. This shit's already out.
I don't know that. I would be surprised if that was true. But, you know, I wanted to be involved because I thought I could make a difference. And obviously, I think the people really on the ground doing the day-to-day negotiating have been Steve and Jared. They've done a great job. But we're going to keep on working this as a team, as we always have. You know, Pete's been very helpful with the various military elements of this. Marco's obviously been extremely involved. We work as a team. We work effectively. And, you know, I've been on the phone a lot the past couple of days, but we're glad to be where we are.
Mr. Vice President, how is the United States accomplishing its stated objective of ensuring Iran doesn't have a nuclear weapon ever, if they still have highly enriched uranium? And what's the plan to get uranium from?
Well, look, I mean, this is one of the things.
They have nothing for this. We're going to send 1 billion troops to the ground.
Lost Missionary wants to know, is there the U.S. equivalent of the UK Foreign Secretary? Yes, that is the Secretary of State.
Marco Rubio,
who at the time J.D. Vance was negotiating with Iran, was at a UFC event with the president.
Very important stuff, Tim. He had to go watch the fight.
Yes, very important. He had to go watch the president oogle UFC fighters and call them pretty men, while the vice president was sent to basically crap the bed.
And then smell the couch.
It's going to be one of the main subjects of negotiation is that we want Iran to not be able to make a nuclear weapon. We want the nuclear fuel, which is something the president has made very clear. And there's, again, the way to think about this is the United States has certain demands and certain things that we want. The Iranians have things they can get out of the negotiation. The more that they're willing to give us, I think the more they're going to get things out of this negotiation. The president's talked about sanctions relief. The president's talked about economic partnerships and things like that. That's not going to happen unless the Iranians make a firm commitment to stop anything close to the development of a nuclear weapon. And frankly, the president has all the cards here. We've got a lot of leverage. We've got a lot of things that we can do. But right now, I think we're in a good spot.
Is the threat to white Iranian civilization off the map still on the table? Is it fair to keep 90 million Iranians under that threat for the actions of their leaders?
Well, look, the leadership is really to blame for the condition of the country in Iran.
It's really the leadership's fault that the president threatened to blow them up with a nuke.
Yes.
the President of the United States has made very clear that the United States has a lot of leverage here. We have economic leverage. We've got military leverage. What he's trying to do is...
That's projecting. That's what Iran has.
Make sure the American people are safe and strike a deal that's good for the American people. I just, look, I encourage the Iranians to come to the table seriously. We've seen some signs that they're going to do that. We've seen some signs of bravado. Fundamentally, we're in a good spot. They're reopening the straits. We have a ceasefire. And frankly, if they break their end of the bargain, then they're going to see some serious consequences.
Wiping them off the map is different than an economic leverage or military leverage.
Yeah, wipe them off the economic map. That's what he meant, obviously. That's
Obviously,
what he was that's what he was going to say, and then you guys started interrupting him. There was a comma there.
Why is that kind of language useful in this kind of scenario?
Well, again, the President of the United States is saying that unless the Iranians do the right thing, he is going to have some serious consequences for the regime. We obviously don't want the people of Iran to suffer, but we have a lot of leverage.
But we don't care if we have to make them.
The President of the United States could use, and it's why I think it's so important for the Iranians to be negotiators.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like, there's no way to like, this is the unenviable task of being the vice president under fucking Trump. It's a genocidal statement.
Yeah.
There is no spinning out of this. There is no, I'll just do a kick turn at the end and then like start a nollie and then start manually. And then like, dude, you can't save this combo. He fucked you. He fucked us. He said stupid fucking Hitlerian shit. Like, you don't say that as the president to anyone for any reason. Like, people could have been jumping out of buildings because they heard that.
I don't even think that, I mean, I could be wrong, and if I am wrong, you know. But I don't even think that Hitler was like, I'm going to wipe out an entire civilization of people if you don't do what I say.
Like, what is that? Is that normal? You think that's fucking normal? And he's just trying to pass it off as normal? That's not fucking normal. That's some fucking weirdo shit. Like, and he knows he can't get away with all of it. And he's trying to, like, you know, this was my distraction from Epstein, and this is supposed to be going this way. And I'm telling you, by now they thought that they would all be in Cuba.
Right.
And it's not, and Iran is not going as smoothly as they thought it would. Dumb motherfuckers.
X has been abuzz the last couple of days with the Blue Press story saying that senior Pentagon officials in January, including Rich Colby, brought Cardinal Pierre into the Pentagon.
Brought who?
Cardinal Christophe Pierre
into
the Pentagon.
I haven't seen this story,
okay, well,
unfortunately.
and essentially they're reporting, but
Shocker. I haven't read that yet.
the Free Press is that they told him that the American military has a lot of might and they can do whatever they want, and the church should get on its side. Does that message sound correct to you? Is that something you would sign off on?
So one, I with no disrespect to the Cardinal, I don't know who Cardinal Christophe Pierre is.
He's the ambassador to the Holy See and the U.S.
Oh, okay. I do. I've met him.
You should know
before.
who the fuck he is.
You literally had a meeting with him 2 weeks ago, huh? Oh yeah.
Remember the name. I've never seen this reporting. I'd like to actually talk
that's saying
to
something.
Cardinal Christophe Pierre and frankly to our people to figure out what actually happened. I think it's always a bad idea to offer an opinion on stories that are unconfirmed and uncorroborated, so I'm not going to do that.
Mr. Eckert, on the question of Iran's enriched uranium, do you see a scenario in which the administration may be willing to agree to allow Iran to continue enriching uranium for civilian nuclear purposes?
Well, look, what the president has said.
That Cardinal.
We don't want Iran to have capacity to build a nuclear weapon. The president's also said that we don't want Iran enriching towards a nuclear weapon, and we want Iran to give up the nuclear fuel. Those are going to be our demands during the negotiations.
Hi, sir. Mikey Pham from the Ben Podcast News Network. I just wanted to ask, remember in the 80s when Trump said just steal all their oil, steal their oil? Is this part of that plan, sir? Just steal their oil, steal it. We have the military, just steal it.
And again, we're going to see what the Iranians are willing to give up. If they make a good faith effort to actually give us the things that we need to have a successful negotiation for the security of the American people, I think there's a lot on the other end. If they don't give us what we need, then I think it's going to be bad. But I'm optimistic that
they said they'll throw away their nuke system when Israel throws away theirs.
Right.
And Israel's like, what nukes?
The Iranians are going to be smart, that they're going to negotiate in good faith.
And your negotiating partner in Iran, and Kevin sort of asked about this already, but he essentially
what is going on in the chat?
What is going on down there, guys?
3 of the 10 points in the ceasefire framework have already been violated. The dismissal of the U.S. What do you make of him tweeting that out before negotiation?
So I thought it was interesting, actually, because I did see that tweet from Golibov actually just a couple of minutes ago. And let me say a few things. First of all, he said that there are a few points of disagreement before the negotiation. Well, that must mean that there's a lot of points of agreement because there's a 15-point plan floating around. There's a 10-point plan floating around. If he's frustrated about 3 issues, that actually means that there's a lot of agreement. That's point number 1. Point number 2, to respond to each of those issues, and I read it very closely. Let me just say this. I actually wonder how good he is at understanding English because...
Dude. Oh, my God. Oh, no.
Well, there you go, guys. That's just who they sent.
I don't know if he's good at understanding. They're expert negotiators.
Probably
they all speak English.
I've been speaking English longer than JD has.
God damn.
There are things that he said that frankly didn't make sense in the context of the negotiations that we've had. But to address
you don't understand
points,
him.
First of all, he talked about an attack that had allegedly happened on Iran and how that was a violation of the ceasefire.
It was, and it is.
They're alleging that we bombed them.
How dare they?
Iran is claiming that we dropped munitions on them for some reason out of the blue. I don't know where that's coming from. That they're saying that we attacked them. We attacked them with our planes. Like,
good he is at understanding English because there are things that he said that frankly didn't make sense in the context of the negotiations that we've had. But to address the 3 points, first of all, he talked about an attack that had allegedly happened on Iran and how that was a violation of the ceasefire. Ceasefires are always messy. An hour after the president announced the ceasefire, the Iranians launched a bunch of missiles. Then the Israelis responded. Then some of the Gulf Arab states responded. This is the nature of a ceasefire. No ceasefire ever goes without a little bit of choppiness.
Lebanon, idiot. They're talking about Lebanon.
We have been very clear about is that we want to stop the bombing. We want our allies to stop the bombing, and we want the Iranians to do the same thing. We're seeing evidence that things are going in the right direction, but it's going to take a little time. The second thing Golibov said, which again I found fascinating, is he said, we refuse to give up the right to enrichment. And I thought to myself, you know what? My wife has the right.
Oh my God, this is the lead up to that?
Oh, I thought it would have come quicker in the thing. I'm glad we watched all of this. This is him face planting the landing at the Olympics after he like does the rings. He's doing his little flippity flips, and then he is just face to mat. You know, like after a horrible performance, this is his disgusting dismount onto his own chin. Like, holy fuck.
And I thought to myself, you know what? My wife has the right to skydive, but she doesn't jump out of an airplane because she and I have an agreement that she's not going to do that because I don't want my wife jumping out of an airplane. We don't really.
The context for that is so much worse.
It makes less sense.
So is he saying that his wife refuses to not go skydiving?
She just demands it. It is a non-starter.
She's demanding the right to go skydiving, and JD Vance is like, no.
No bodily
autonomy. We had an agreement that you will not go skydiving.
Ever.
They have the right to do. We concern ourselves with what they actually do, and I think the president's been very clear on the enrichment question. Our position.
I told her to take the boys and go to her mom's along. Ever since Erica Kirk started getting that glowy shit in her eyes, I was like, yo, you got to get out of here. Get out. Usha, get out of here. Just go stay with your mom.
Crazy.
and you and the boys can have 14 eggs for breakfast every morning.
On that has not changed. I think the third thing that he said was Lebanon. Okay, and again, I actually think that is a reasonable misunderstanding, but neither us nor the Israelis said that was going to be part of the ceasefire. Again, we're working with people to try to get through some of these things, but it's really fundamentally.
Well, if you're married to J.D. Vance, you can't.
Well, if I skydive, will he not marry me? All right, group field trip. Everybody sign these permission slips and have them back on my desk on Monday.
We need to start a skydiving company.
We got a lot more that the Iranians are going to have to accept as part of this negotiation, but I think we've got a strong hand, and we're going to play
Bride of the Skies.
Play it well.
You have
Thank
any
you all.
concerns
Have a safe trip back.
that the talks won't happen?
Okay, bye.
All right. Now that we have the full story, holy shit, that's so much worse.
That is so much worse. All right, let's get through the original clip.
Because she and I have an agreement that she's not going to do that because I don't want my wife jumping out of an airplane.
Okay, because preventing your wife from skydiving is the same as preventing Iran from developing nuclear weapons. Also, is that a source of continued negotiation and tension in your household? Anyway, Avi went to negotiate while his boss and the country's top diplomat, the guy that runs the State Department, attended a UFC fight. But once again, Vance failed to accomplish his mission.
We have been at it now for 21 hours, and we've had a number of substantive discussions with the Iranians. That's the good news. The bad news is that we have not reached an agreement.
Oh, wow. Well, who could have predicted? After that string of failures, his next big move was to pick a fight with the Pope.
But I certainly think that in some cases, it would be best for the Vatican to stick to matters of morality, to stick to matters of what's going on in the Catholic Church, and let the President of the United States stick to dictating American public policy.
John Lovett is a host of Crooked Media's Love It or Leave It and co-host of Pod Save America, and he joins me now. You know, John, I feel like there's always the threat for a vice president to become a Veep-like figure. It could be it could be a very dangerous and precarious political position because you are the number two, because you don't actually get to like control your own destiny in some ways. It's, you know, you can't break with the president. And I feel like he's had a real Veep-like week this last week.
You know, he's discovering what others have discovered in the past, which is you get into business with Donald Trump, you think you're in on the scam, but you're actually the mark the whole time. J.D. Vance said he was so smart. You know, you're right. Other vice presidents have, I think, become Veep-like figures, but they didn't think that the president was a fraud. I don't know what Dick Cheney really thought of George W. Bush, but he certainly didn't think of him what J.D. Vance actually thought of Donald Trump. Now, I think J.D. Vance can convince himself of anything, but, you know, he is now owning his choice to associate himself with Donald Trump, a person whose character he knows well. And this is the consequence.
What did you think? I have to say, I thought I was on vacation, but things were penetrating the sort of vacation bubble. I was selectively letting them through. And I just thought that split screen of Vance is going to go negotiate with the Iranians, and come out and be like, we don't have a deal, while Donald Trump and Marco Rubio, who's the person that everyone thinks is the sort of nearest competitor, right, for the mantle, are together in a UFC fight. That felt cold to me.
It is rather absurd. Yes, how can you tell if Mikey is left? He was just a floating head before. That's true. That's true. He might still be here. He just covered his face in green. It is rather absurd that like the vice president went to go do this while the nation's suspected top diplomat decided to attend a UFC fight instead of doing his job. Like that's his job, is to negotiate things with other countries, be the Secretary of State, and go out and project American soft power, essentially. But since America doesn't have any soft power anymore, he just gets to go to UFC fights with the president and hang out.
On the part of Trump.
Yeah, look, I just think as a rule, if you're looking for flights between Budapest and Islamabad without stopping at home first, like maybe things have not gone exactly as you would have hoped. He went to Hungary, which was just about the friends he made along the way. Then he goes to Islamabad. By the way, like I'm happy to have JD Vance tarred with Donald.
McKinnon says that he'll host the UFC fight between himself and the president, and we would all pay money to see it.
Donald Trump's failure, but it's only in the addled goldfish brain of Donald Trump that you can reach a stalemate in 15 minutes of negotiation over an incredibly complex situation. Negotiating the Obama deal with Iran took over a year, I believe, but of course it would. And now you've added in the complication of we declared war on the country over their nuclear program, which we'd already had claimed was obliterated. So yeah, he didn't get it done in a day. That's stupid.
Yes, when he came out and said, we've been at it for 21 hours, like, again, and this was another moment where he has been so effective in his life of essentially cultivating mentors that sort of put him in positions of power and prestige and proximity, that you forget that, like, it's a real thin resume this guy has. I mean, that is.
Yeah, Trump did get into a WWE ring. I forget if he took a Stone Cold Stunner or not. I think he might have, or he either did it or refused to do it. Because it was WrestleMania maybe, I don't know, 20 years ago. And it was supposed to be Trump versus Vince. Like, the original match was supposed to be Trump versus Vince, and Trump refused to get into the ring himself. Okay, he did take a stunner. So instead they had like their champions or whatever. And I think it was like Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar or some shit like that. And Trump ended up taking a Stone Cold Stunner. Yeah, it was, right? It was the worst. We can't play it on the stream because WWE would copyright claim us and all that stuff, but find it on YouTube. It's fucking hilarious.
Okay.
Mikey, you're back. We're just talking about the time that Trump got Stone Cold Stunnered.
Who's that guy on the right?
He's from Pod Save America.
He's one of the Pod Bros.
He's one of the Pod Bros. But we're talking about JD Vance getting left to the wolves while the president and the Secretary of State go to a UFC fight. Oh, Reagan Lee says it was Umaga versus Bobby Lashley. Yes, that was the match. And Umaga was Vince's champion, and Bobby Lashley was Trump's champion. And it didn't matter who won. Just Trump was getting Stone Cold, or Trump was getting stunnered at the end, and it was the worst. It was the worst stunner ever. He didn't know how to take it at all. He's not a wrestler. Oh, speaking of Witchy Goth, if you're watching, I emailed you about doing a show about the Manosphere.
No small thing to be the lead negotiator in what are the highest stakes international negotiations in since probably the Iran deal under Barack Obama. He was like a U.S. senator for half a second, and then he has his job. There's no reason to think he could do it.
Well, he's got such a great team around him too. Of course, you have Steve Witkoff there. You have Jared Kushner, who's
the son-in-law
not even part of the government.
Yeah, just a guy. Yeah,
just there, I guess, to offer, to spitball, I suppose. Yeah, it's remember the Colin Powell called it the.
Oh, the only reason we're watching this little question and answer part is there's more JD Vance embarrassment clips coming up.
Did he co-write Abundance? Or is that the other pod guy?
That's the other pod guy.
Okay.
A Pottery Barn Rule.
John Lovett? No, I don't have the book somewhere. But I don't think it was him.
You've moved since you read it.
I don't think that is a rule of Pottery Barn. I think there are more.
Your office is different.
They have more generous return policy, actually. But this is sort of the Taj Mahal rule, which is Donald Trump broke it, and it is going to be your problem, JD Vance, because he broke it, you bought it. And, isn't it quaint to think about his efforts in the early days of this conflict leaking that he wasn't actually for it? as if there was some hope that he wouldn't own it. He got yelled at today from the audience at TPUSA, I believe, because
we have
he is
those.
going
I have
to
those clips ready to go.
Be associated with this and responsible for this. A person who campaigned telling us that Kamala would be the one to take us to war in the Middle East, and Donald Trump was going to focus on America.
Let me tell
first,
you
and now
something. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. In the wrestling community,
a person who campaigned.
If you saw shots of the crowd where the half the fucking arena was empty, people would be like, "Oh man, WWE is so done," or "Oh man, AEW is so done. They can't even fill up a 6,000 seater. What's going on over here?"
Maybe he could have got that DoorDash lady that they reused for the 4th or 5th time. That bitch is from Arizona, and she DoorDashed to fucking Washington, D.C. It's like, excuse me, do you live here?
That's the most expensive DoorDash ever.
Worst fries possible.
Man, and you can't con an honest man.
Yeah, we just showed the shot. They had a Turning Point USA event.
Plenty of seats came out to see it. All them seats kept showing up. Like some of those people are audience members. Those are seats that wanted to watch.
Yeah,
that's why they look empty. Those are seats in attendance.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia today, the University of Georgia.
He's got a foam finger.
Clearly, booked an enormous venue. Which
every seat had a +
overwhelmingly empty. Here's that exchange he had with a heckler when he again was kind of going right back at the Pope. The Pope's theology on war and peace is wrong.
Yo, 200 people showed up for that, man, and they were expecting thousands.
Well, it's spring break. Wouldn't you go see JD Vance at a TPUSA event for spring break?
Totally, I would totally go see JD Vance at a TPUSA event instead of doing fun things,
instead of fucking hunting bullfrogs with my friends in the creek. I don't understand how he thought that this is what anybody would want to do.
Right.
Nobody wants to come see you. What are you thinking? I think we could fill out an arena more than that.
I think we could too. Oh
All
man,
right.
if we ever did a podcast arena show.
We should do BinCon in Scotland.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
BinCon in Scotland.
Awesome. If we could ever put that together, that'd be great. If the podcast ever had enough where you could go do live shows.
If the Bulwark can do it, God damn it, we should be able to do it soon.
Yeah.
And they suck.
And then he gets interrupted. Take a listen.
Was God on the side of the Americans who liberated Holocaust camps and liberated those innocent people from those who had survived the Holocaust? I certainly think the answer is yes, and I agree. Jesus Christ does not. I agree. Jesus Christ certainly does not support genocide. Whoever yelled that out from the dark, he certainly does not.
Ooh.
I think that's pretty easy.
Actually, yes, he does.
A pretty
Stop.
easy principle.
Pause. Obvious rebuttal. Noah's flood.
Well, Noah's flood didn't have anything to do with Jesus, right?
They're the same person, Tim.
Jesus
Read the book.
and Noah are
Read
not the same person.
No, Jesus and God is the same person. Read the book.
Yeah, but which book is Noah's floods in?
Genesis. No, I don't know.
Old Testament or New Testament?
Old.
So there was no Jesus in the Old Testament.
They are the same being, Tim. If
Right,
you say
but I'm saying-
you say God, and if you say God, you say Jesus. They're the same.
Right. According to Christians, according to Catholics,
He's a Christian.
Jesus was a Jew.
I'm not trying to. I don't understand your distinction here. He is a Christian. They believe that the Bible is the inherent word of God, meaning that the events in the Bible happened. He's saying God doesn't God doesn't like genocide. God killed everyone except for 8 people.
That was more of a parable than anything else.
No. They take the Bible literally. And I'm not letting them skate out of it's what he means, not what he says. No.
Isn't Jesus also a ghost?
Correct. He is a trans ghost human God. So no, when he says Jesus, he means God, he means the Holy Spirit. They are the same thing. He believes in the Trinity. And Jesus 100% said, let it rain for 1,000 fucking days and drown every single person except for these 8 people.
Yeah, but Jesus is the son of God. He can't be his own dad.
Oh, yes, he is. You better get on time with the fucking time is a flat circle bullshit that Christianity involves. You're not a real Christian, Tim.
I'm not. I am not. It's all very silly. Anyway,
bring me 2 of every animal, including the snails and sloths and animals that can't swim that are on islands.
Don't worry about putting the predators next to the prey. We'll sort that out later.
We will just sit here and wait for the Galapagos tortoise to show up. He should be here any day now. He has to swim through the ocean, which he can't do. And also we have to get little swim bladders for all the fish, because when the fresh water floods the oceans, it would make the water brackish and kill a lot of saltfish. So there's that. But anyway.
Okay, so
why he's ready.
So we actually have that whole clip. Give me 1 second. Here we go.
So the Pope said something where he said, and I'm gonna try to remember the exact quote, but he said that God is never on the side of those who wield the sword. God is never on.
God is quite frequently on the side of those who wield the sword, actually.
Yeah, okay.
Old Testament God does not fuck around.
And Crusades.
Right.
On the side of those who wield the sword. I'm pretty sure that he said that exact statement. Now, on the one hand, again, I like that the Pope is an advocate for peace. I think that's certainly one of his roles. On the other hand, how can you say that God is never on the side of those who wield the sword? Was God on the side of the Americans who liberated France from the Nazis? Was God on the side of the Americans who liberated Holocaust camps and liberated those innocent people?
Yo, look. And he was married to Mary, and Mary's like fucking 13, 14. Yeah. And Mary was a child. Oh. Well, those were the times back then. Yeah, let's just excuse all of the nastiest shit we can think of and just blame it on a calendar.
Of the Americans who liberated France from the Nazis? Was God on the side of the Americans who liberated Holocaust camps and liberated?
Question for JD Vance. Was God on the side of the Soviets who liberated Eastern Europe from the Nazis?
How about the Christians in Gaza? Is he on their side?
I thought the God was on the side of the Nazis, actually.
You know, it's funny that the Israelis are blowing up Palestinians, which is what Jesus was.
Right.
He was born in Bethlehem, which is in the West Bank, which is Palestine.
Everyone likes to claim that God is on their side. I'm pretty sure World War II, it's due to a lack of God.
Millions of deaths.
Right. I don't think that God really took a side on that one. Plus, the Americans waited a long time to get in there.
It's almost like we waited till we actually got attacked.
Right. Sort of historical fiction there, JD Vance.
Those innocent people from, those who had survived the Holocaust. I certainly think the answer is.
So that was, if you didn't hear, that was when the person was like, why do you support genocide?
Yes, and I agree. Jesus Christ does not. I agree. Jesus Christ certainly does not support genocide. Whoever yelled that out from the dark, he certainly does not. I think that's pretty easy. I think that's a pretty easy principle. Okay, so here's a guy. Let me just say this.
So the other thing that was shouted on him is, why do you support genocide in Gaza? Why are you threatening genocide in Iran?
Okay, so
So here's a guy. Let me just say this. This is a guy. No.
Yes.
First of all, random dude who's shouting. Can I finish my point and then I'll respond to what you just shouted? Is that okay?
No, you're never going to finish your point.
Give him 1 second to answer this.
So let me just finish this question on the Pope, and then I want to.
Mikey, that's like half the audience.
No, you're right. That was a pop.
Respond to what this guy said. So, number one, when the Pope says that God is never on the side of those who wield the sword, there is more than a 1,000-year tradition of just war theory. Okay, now we can.
Oh man, just war theory, JD. You don't want to go down that road, buddy.
Look at his face.
You don't want to go down that road.
Of course, have disagreements about whether this or that conflict is just, but I think that it's important in the same way that it's important for the Vice President of the United States to be careful when I talk about matters of public policy. I think it's very, very important for the Pope to be careful when he talks about matters of theology. And I think that one of these issues here is that there has been.
Wait. The Pope? If you're a Christian, the Pope is like your direct line to God. He's God's guy.
The vicar of Christ.
Right. He has two-way communication.
He's got a pager.
God's got a walkie-talkie. He's got a walkie-talkie. And they chat all the time.
Well,
but the Pope needs to watch what he says about theology.
Hey, JD Vance has been a Catholic for 5 years. Okay, so Pope better watch his P's and Q's when it comes to religion. You know, he's the expert.
Yeah. I love how all these fucking dopes are like, well, the only Christianity is my Christianity. Like my personal. Yeah, like I get to believe what I want to believe about Christianity. I mean, Protestants, they don't follow the Pope. The Pope is a Catholic thing. But
he's a Catholic.
He's a Catholic.
a convert.
Technically, representatives from his church voted on the Pope.
Right.
And by the way, he's the first American fucking Pope.
You know, people are trying to say he's not American. He's from Peru. I'm like, he was born on the fucking South Side.
He was born in Chicago, guys.
He was at the 2005 World Series game. They got him on the fucking jump. No, he's not. Don't you ever fucking say that. How dare you, Tim? Fuck the Cubs.
He's not a Cubs fan?
No, he was at the Sox when the Sox won the World Series.
The White Sox?
Are you on crack? The White Sox were fucking dominating in the early aughts. Are you kidding me?
The White Sox?
They won like three times.
The lesser of the two sock-themed baseball teams?
Well, let's all turn our televisions to the Connecticut.
I don't even care about baseball. I'm just
okay. So didn't you keep your Coney Island dog-eating ass over there with your Yankees loving it? You love the Yankees and the Cowboys because you are a prototypical American citizen.
Actually, if I were to prefer a baseball team, it would be the former Montreal Expos.
See, he's always got to do some obscure niche shit.
I believe they're the Washington Nationals now.
The Capitals.
Yeah, the Capitals.
Or is that the Capitals? The Capitals are the Capitals.
Tez disagrees.
He wrong too. He got family from St. Louis, and he over here rooting for Cubs. Never. As a St. Louisan, I will never root for the fucking Cubs. Never. I will always root for the White Sox, the Redbirds, and anybody who's playing against the Cubs. Anybody.
Anyway, back to JD Vance and him telling the Pope.
Yes, he is a Cowboys fan.
Yes. I do. I am a Cowboys fan, unfortunately.
Like a fool. He likes the abuse.
I do. Listen, Cowboys fans, we just like being abused. That's
you just don't, you know they have no shot. You just do it anyway. Don't you do that. Don't see. See? There's always one. No, I like both cities. You don't get to like both. You need to pick one. And I picked.
All
I
the
picked
choices.
the South Side for the American League and the National League. I support the Cardinals. The Cubs just get to lose forever. They're going to lose for another 108 years, Cortez.
All the choices near me are shitty.
Don't expect another chip until like 21-15. You're not winning anymore.
I could not possibly like the Yankees. They are just terrible.
You love the Yankees. You love all the big box teams.
The Mets love to lose and choke.
Tim likes the Knicks.
And no. I like the Nets.
Oh. Even worse. Just all the worst sports takes.
And I have a fundamental disagreement with the concept of the Red Sox. So
and let me guess, you like Manchester United?
Yeah, man. No, Liverpool. I don't know too many soccer teams. I hear talk about soccer teams all the time, but I can't remember too many of them, so I can't even like razz about them. Anyway, go Diamondbacks.
Is again
go Supersonics.
Go Supersonics. Go Jazz.
The most racist team in basketball.
The only professional basketball game I've ever gone to see was in Salt Lake. I saw a Utah Jazz game.
And you have no idea who they played, do you?
Not even a clue. It was like I was 18, so it was a while ago.
Random dude screaming, I told you I'd respond to your point. I just want to respond to this question first. But I think one of the issues here is that if you're going to opine on matters of theology, you've got to be careful. You've got to make sure it's anchored in the truth. And that's one of the things that I try to do. And it's certainly something I would expect from the clergy.
We play hand egg here.
No. Soccer is a British term. They just went back to calling it football because they do this all the time. They came up with inches and feet, and then they switched back over to metric, and then they left us over here. Like, they always do this shit. They call it one thing, bring it over here, and then they switch it up to be like Europe, and then they're like, look at these stupid Americans. It was y'all's idea. Y'all named it.
You made up the imperial system, and then you're like, nah, we don't need that anymore.
Soccer is like social whatever club or whatever. Like, it's their thing.
And then we started calling it soccer, and we're like, it's football now.
Right. No, we've always called it football. No, you didn't. Over here in the Brit land.
Whether they're Catholic or Protestant. Now, to respond to this guy here, he said, I believe he said the administration supports a genocide in Gaza. And here's my response to that. When we came in, the humanitarian situation in Gaza was an absolute catastrophe. You know who's the person who got a peace agreement in Gaza? Donald J. Trump. So if you want to complain about what happened
I'm sorry, what?
And that went so great.
He did what now?
Killed like an additional 5,000 people after the ceasefire. Like, what are we talking about?
They were still bombing the shit out of Gaza.
And
the West Bank.
And shooting up the fucking food distribution centers.
Yeah. They attacked volunteers multiple times.
The word soccer was coined by the British in the late 19th century. That's the 1800s. It originated as university slang to distinguish different types of football being played in England at the time. So there you go. I told you, y'all. Exactly. Y'all made up soccer, and then y'all just mock us for saying it. Like, it's so it's gaslighting is what it is.
Yeah.
You're gaslighting us.
Y'all like gaslighting us.
Gaza.
Oh, look at that. You got all 10 people clapping for you.
Out of focus.
So if you want, sir, to complain about what happened in Gaza, why don't you complain about Joe Biden and the last administration? We're the administration that solved that problem.
When?
So instead of bombing Gaza directly, we decided to bomb Iran directly for standing up for Gaza.
Right.
And that's the other part of the story that is going to start becoming readily apparent to people, is that all of these groups that are being attacked by the US and Israel are being attacked because they are standing in solidarity with Gaza. It's not going to take the general public too long to put 2 and 2 together. The Trump administration is on the wrong side of history. They have a very short window to get on the right side of history. It's probably closed by now. But I mean, like, I don't even think most Americans would care if Trump posted all this dumb shit, if he actually controlled Israel and stopped them from attacking people. But he's not. He's encouraged them, and he's even lent the military might of the American people to their cause. Even more than just supplying them with the weapons. He's putting our ships out there. He's putting our planes out there, putting our pilots out there. Like, he doesn't anything.
Wishaza says that there's they're piping in the cheers.
They got a button.
Yep.
And by the way, not only was our administration like the administration that solved the problem, but the president. Excuse me, sir. Right now, you see more humanitarian aid coming into Gaza than it has any time in the past.
Not from America. Remember, you dismantled USAID?
What and UNRWA. UNRWA got labeled as a terrorist organization and had to close up their doors. Shit, I forgot my other point. Can you rewind it like 2 seconds?
Sir, right now, you see more humanitarian aid coming into Gaza.
Why do they need humanitarian aid?
Yeah.
They don't have a functioning economy? They don't have imports and exports?
Do they live in what is now a desolate wasteland?
An open air prison? With fucking 20-meter walls all the way around it? Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah. You eliminated the infrastructure of their country.
Right. Like this, and when they try to say, well, we're helping so much. Helping what? What's the problem? Did a tornado hit Gaza? Was it an earthquake?
Right.
A flood?
He's not mentioning who did it and why.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they never want to mention why everything's blown up and why everybody needs this aid. Why do they need it? Because Israel took our bombs that were supposed to be for their Iron Dome and launched them on civilians for 2.5 years. That's why they need humanitarian aid. If you don't want to tell the whole fucking story, then shut the fuck up, JD.
Yeah.
Because you ain't helping.
And good on this guy for pointing out the truth.
Right.
That it has any time in the past 5 years, because we have taken that situation seriously. And that's one of the things that I'm proud of about our administration, is whether it's there or Thailand and Cambodia, we have consistently tried as much as we can to solve these problems, not just complain about them like the guy who just ran away.
Notice he did not answer the why did you threaten genocide in Iran?
And he never will.
Here's
the people in this audience.
Here's another embarrassing clip for the vice president from the same thing, from the same conference.
Audience will know that this is one of the issues near and dear to Charlie's heart as well, to make sure that you guys could afford the American dream, that we thought about you first as a country.
Hey, hey, what up?
So thank you for saying it so well. Naturally, we have
Mikey, do the accent.
Oh, gravy.
have to ask about what's going on in Iran. Sure. So, but I just want everybody, I want to give the vice president his due here, because you have been to Europe in the last week.
Failed.
And you flew back to the United States, only to fly back across the globe to negotiate in Pakistan, to come back, and somehow we called them. We're like, are you really going to come to Georgia?
Ooh, there's a very simple answer to this question. Turning Point USA is an organization created by the late Charlie James Kirk. He started it. It's his. Well, was his. And then he shifted off this mortal coil, and now it belongs to his wife. And she is running it into the ground.
Oh, she's had such good numbers after his funeral. The merch was pushing. Oh, the merch.
I think I don't know if I sent you this reel, Mikey, but I sent you a reel that was like, it was the pro wrestler Edge doing his entrance with all the fireworks and everything. And under it was like Erica Kirk.
Drewski.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll be there. So I want to give him a big round of applause. Thank you.
He didn't do anything.
I mean,
he took a couple of trips, got one dictator deposed, and failed to negotiate with Iran for a day.
Maybe he should have a rally for Trump.
Huh? Maybe. Maybe you should go to the UK and do something for Nigel Farage.
I think Nigel Farage needs somebody American to get up there on that stage and tout his laurels.
Tez is right.
Who?
Charlie Kirk.
Oh. Oh, you mean gun debate?
May I just say that's almost Trumpian level endurance. So, do you know what time zone you are and how many hours of sleep did you get?
I have no idea what the hell time it is right now. And it's kind of good, actually, because you just run on coffee, and then you sleep when you can, you wake up when you have to, and you just drink a whole lot of coffee. And, look, it's the job that I asked for. But, yes, I will say, look, I think that, let me just say, U.S. young people, and I want to make some observation because it made me think of something, which is that young people in the United States, but particularly young Americans in the conservative movement, I think that we have a tendency to get too black-pilled. And here's what I say by this. We have a tendency to...
Oh, hey, we talked about that in the episode I did on Thursday, the black pill. Yeah. JD Vance is part of that, by the way. He's part of that.
He's totally going to get him out of it right now.
Right now.
Get too cynical, too pessimistic. Like, I'm sure that I've said mostly things that you agree with, and I'm sure that I've said some things you may not agree with, and you may not agree with everything that I say about the Iran negotiation, which I will get to answer your question. But here's fundamentally the issue. When you see a politician, or you see a political movement, or you see an administration that isn't doing what you want to do, I think you have two choices. You can say, to hell with those people, and check out of the process. Or you can say, you know what? I'm going to get more involved. I'm going to make my voice heard even more.
No.
I'm going to pressure that administration.
That's what I was told. If you don't like it, leave.
So, someone asked what the black pill was.
Oh.
And I looked it up. So,
Urban Dictionary says.
Yes, Urban Dictionary says. Oh no, a quick Google search brings up a quote from the Anti-Defamation League. The black pill is a nihilistic ideology within the incel subculture, asserting that romantic success is entirely predetermined by genetic physical appearance. It rejects self-improvement, holding that because society and dating is inherently stacked against unattractive men, effort is futile. It often promotes extreme hopelessness, misogyny, and in some cases violence. So he was referencing the manosphere.
Administrations do
yes.
exactly what I want them to do because they got my vote, they earned my vote, but they can't take it for granted. And I've seen some of this, on various issues. Like for example, I recognize that a lot of young voters don't love the policy that we have in the Middle East. Okay, I understand that. I also know that we've secured the border.
We don't have a
We've lowered housing prices now for 8 months in a row, and there's going to be more to come beyond.
Lowered
what
housing
now?
prices.
Housing prices? Housing prices were recently at an all-time high.
What the fuck? This is the shit that drives me crazy. This is easily Googleable shit. But because these people are so fucking moronic, he feels so comfortable just saying easily disprovable shit right to their face. Right to their face. And then they come into our fucking side chat and they want to get all zesty. Unreal.
The border. We've lowered housing prices now for 8 months in a row, and there's going to be.
And
I beg your finest fucking pardon.
Trump said that he said it again recently. He said that he wants housing prices to be higher.
Right.
Because he wants people who own houses to feel like that they're wealthy. And
I want them to
by
feel
the way,
rich for the first time.
The vast majority of people who own houses have mortgages they have to pay. They don't feel wealthy. I own a house. I don't feel wealthy. I feel like I have to pay the bank a lot of money.
When you pay that house off on your 50-year loan, you'll be very rich.
At the young age of 88.
And the interest rates are so high that I'm paying an additional half of my house for my house.
Right. But that's cheap. That's the
prices.
lowest in American history. They just say shit.
More to come beyond that. We've made America energy dominant, which has lowered electricity costs and things like that.
Lowered electricity costs.
We covered this on Thursday.
You also dropped in 87,000 fucking data centers.
Look at West Virginia. How are their energy costs? The whole state
run a data center on coal.
That's dystopian.
That's where we're going.
The what was the Dr. Seuss character?
The Lorax.
The Lorax would be against that.
Mm-hmm.
We've made
he speaks for the trees.
It so that we have the lowest murder rate in 127 years. I'm not saying you have to agree with me on every issue.
127 years. That's
you mean because the radical white boys that you let out of prison and made ICE agents haven't been allowed to shoot and kill people?
Well, shoot and kill many people.
Right. Every person.
I'm not saying you have to agree with me on every issue. What I'm saying is don't get disengaged because you disagree with the administration on one topic. Get more involved.
It's just a
Make
genocide.
your voice heard even more. That's how we ultimately take.
Guys, it's only the highest oil prices we've paid in 7 years. You know, it's only the worst inflation we've had since the pandemic.
Epstein? Are you guys still talking about Epstein? Like, that's what this is. It's like, yeah, we didn't do anything we ran on, but come on, guys. Are you gonna not support us because of that? Yes, motherfucker, you dumb bitch. God damn.
We've only recently had to fire the Secretary of Department of Homeland Security and the Attorney General.
You're fucking failing, brother. You suck. Y'all suck at this.
The country back. It's not by you. You know, if you get 5 things you want and 1 thing you don't want, I see way too many people, especially in sort of the online conservative, Twitter sphere, who say, there's no point. No. Because, or let me give you another example.
Okay.
SAVE Act.
No.
Okay. A lot of people want the SAVE Act. I want the SAVE Act. I've been fighting for the SAVE Act literally since day one of the administration. And I've seen a lot of people saying, what the hell's the point of voting for these guys if, you've got 3 Republicans joining with the Democrats to prevent the SAVE Act from passing, or I guess 4 Republicans. And here's my response to that.
There'll be more.
Yes, it is annoying to me that there are only 45 or 46 Republicans who will fight politically to get the SAVE Act passed. But you know what? 10 years ago, that number was 35. So the answer to frustration is engagement. Don't give up on this process.
Right, exactly. In 10 more years, we'll have enough Republicans to...
Yeah, you'll get it done in 10 years.
Yeah.
So don't worry.
I love he's like, guys, quit bitching about stuff you don't like and get on board.
Look, I know we can't do anything accurately, correctly, timely, under budget, ethically, morally. We can't. We just struggle. But you shouldn't hold that against us. We're fellow white men.
Yeah.
You can't hold our mistakes against us. We're all white up here.
So
which means it's all right up here.
He dog whistles the manosphere alt-right, saying, guys, listen, I know a lot of us are blackpilled or whatever, but you got to stop bitching about the wars.
Look, I know we all want to be nihilists. I'm a nihilist, but mask that shit and say I'm a good boy.
He's
Pat
like
me on the head.
He's basically saying, guys, I understand. We all understand that women are the problem, but I'm not the problem.
I'm not a woman, even though I'm wearing eyeliner and I have sunken eyeballs, and it makes me have shadowy quark face.
Yeah, he kind of looks, this lighting is terrible. It makes him look very demonic, I want to say.
It's because his eyeballs are sunken in there. They're deep inside his little skull. He's got a overhanging forehead ridge.
Yeah. Shit happens. Get over it.
He can't. He's incapable.
He knows, and whether or not the president will deny this or even acknowledge this, he knows that people are going to fucking stay home in November.
Oh, for sure.
And he wants to remain in control of a Senate that is party owned by the Republicans. He doesn't want to show up to break tie voting, to break tie votes when the Democrats are like 51-52 and the Republicans need him to save their ass.
I just get everybody after the midterms, get ready for a lot of C-SPAN.
Oh yeah.
Because it is going to be on and popping.
Let's get more involved in this process and demand more from people like me. That's how we take our country back. I just think it's important to say that.
You haven't said anything.
That's such a good point. How the Senate is such an example, as frustrating as it is, but you were part of that new wave of new thinking, of new energy, a new generation.
Yes.
And there's so many new voices that are bringing real change to the Senate. I mean, we're 1-2 elections away from maybe having it all the way around.
100%. And I understand people get frustrated at it. I get frustrated at it, but it's a lot better than it was 10 years ago. And frankly,
Hamster time says 3 people clapped. There are various points to this. I wanted to be like, JD Vance is like, thank you for that smattering of applause.
Sprinkled in applause in there like Salt Bay.
It constantly sounds like someone's trying to start the slow clap, but no one else is joining in.
Looking around, guys. Putting their body into it. Like when I'm trying to get Kara to do if you're happy and you know it.
10 years ago, it was a lot better than it was 10 years before that. But here's where we are on fundamentally, the president set a policy. Yep. Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. And right now we are negotiating to make sure that very thing happens. And here's what's interesting about this.
She's starting her haircut right now.
I love how JD Vance, after failing at the negotiations for only trying a day, comes to this TPUSA event and was like, listen, guys, we're currently working on negotiations with Iran. JD, you're the dude that was put in charge of this. You're not there.
I don't think he even remembers that.
He's the one that's supposed to be doing it.
Because remember, like, he's not great. Like, he wasn't a great politician. He's not this super powered policy brain. He's Peter Thiel's puppet. And they're like asking the puppet to do things that it's not equipped to do. Puppet marionettes can't do this, okay? They can't crisscross their arms like that. You can't keep asking them that. Like, can you just like fold your arms and unfold them? And he's like, oh my God, they're getting all tangled. Oh, the strings. Oh yeah. Let's see. Yeah. From the campaign trail.
From the campaign. This ain't this guy to negotiate with Iran.
Good. The zoo has come to town. Thank you for letting us come in here.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Enhance.
It looks like is everybody else in here?
Hold on, let me enhance.
All right, one of the few. Okay. I'm JD Vance. I'm running for vice president. Good to see you.
Okay.
And just a random assortment of stuff.
Beginning of July.
Okay.
For this year.
Okay. Yeah. How about you, sir?
How long have you been working here?
Almost 2 years.
Okay. Good. How long?
Everything.
Just everything. Yeah, a lot of glaze and rolls. Just whatever makes sense.
Ma'am, if you don't want to be on film, you're good. If you don't want to be on film, you're okay.
I forgot about that. One of the employees didn't want to be on camera.
Not with him.
Now, who'd want to be on camera with this fucking guy?
Oh my God. Now you got all the MAGA people like, what's their social media? They're serving DEI woke donuts. I want to find her boss. I'm going to give that place a 1 star. They didn't bend down, prostrate when JD Vance opened up the doors and asked them all, each individually, how long that they've worked here.
He's just a walking embarrassment. That's all he is.
He's Couchlander.
He's Couchlander.
How long has this place been around?
About 4 years.
About 4 years? Okay. How long have you been here?
A little over 6 months.
Okay, good. Place. I didn't know.
Is that the only kind of conversation he knows how to have? Hey, you over there, how long you been here?
He talks like the corporate guy coming into the shop and then trying to act like he's one of us. It's like, you seen that dude with the clipboard? Yeah. Was he asking you how long? Yeah. Yeah. Corporate shill.
Oh boy. Hold on, let me make sure this is not a 200%. There we go. Yes.
What's interesting about this is that we have this ceasefire that's in place. I think it's 6 or 7 days old. Right now, the ceasefire is holding. And what is what the president wants to make, he doesn't want to make like a small deal. He wants to make the grand bargain. And what he's basically offering to Iran is very simple. And frankly, it's something that no president has, I think, has had the ability to offer. He said that if you're willing to act like a normal country, we are willing to treat you economically like a normal country. He doesn't want a small deal. And that's one of the reasons why, one, I'd say in Pakistan, we made a ton of progress. But the reason why the deal is not yet done is because the president, he really wants a deal where Iran doesn't have a nuclear weapon, Iran is not state sponsoring terrorism, but also the people of Iran can thrive and prosper and join the world economy.
Pause. Conversely, Iran is offering the same thing. They're saying America can keep its nukes. They want their own sovereignty, and they'll even let you use the Strait. Like, they are holding the exact same cards. The exact same cards. Because despite what everyone wants to believe about them, and I hope people will just like spend, I don't know, an hour or so on YouTube, just do some like actual research on the country.
Yeah.
There's tons of great videos of like, YouTubers, like bloggers and shit like that, just going to visit and doing like little video essays about it. Just do some research into the country. Because you guys keep treating them like they're fucking riding camels, living in like nomads. This civilization is 8 times older than the US.
And here's the problem is we can all agree that the Iranian regime is not great. We can all agree that they're, a theocracy, very totalitarian, and they oppress their people. But Trump hasn't changed any of that.
Right.
He hasn't made it better for the Iranian people. In fact, he's made it worse. He's only made it worse for the people that live in that country who may want to buck the regime, but now by killing so many Iranians, they're only going to inspire a more rigid government and regime against the United States. Whatever version of Iran makes it out of this is not going to like us.
Right.
They're not going to like us. In fact, whatever deal they make is going to be tongue-in-cheek because we force them into it.
Right.
And we force the world to force them into it.
Like, what exactly, like, you can't come in and say, well, we're going for military targets just to cripple their missile capabilities, and then we want to start talking deals. The first fucking missile hit a girls' school, and you blamed Iran. Everybody has tomahawks. Everybody has them. It was probably Iran that did it.
They're like Advil. Everyone has the generic.
They're like generic. Like, so you don't get to come in like off rip. You have to apologize. And they're not going to do shit for you unless you apologize. We fucked up. I think they got fed bad information from, the people who have drones over everyone's fucking city.
Right.
Who have cyber warfare telling you exactly where every single person is, but they didn't understand that that was a fucking school when they sent those coordinates to us. And now our hands are dirty. So instead of apologizing and sending reparations and doing what needs to be done, which is what we did in Iraq and Afghanistan when we made mistakes, it's not happening now. They're just saying, yeah, we blew up the school, and actually, never mind, you blew up your school.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to apologize. I'm going to gaslight you into saying you killed your own little girls. That does not fly in the modern day. And them like continually beseeching this nostalgic past when America could just walk around, world police style and do whatever the fuck they wanted. Those days are gone, dude. They don't have to fucking go up in the air and fight us. They'll just fucking close the strait and let us fucking starve to death. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
They don't want to. They don't have to fight.
And then Trump was like, you know what? I'll get in on that action. Let's also block the strait. Why not?
It's bad when they do it. Let me do it. This is bad behavior. My turn.
And all this does is make America look fucking out of control. Yep. and authoritarian.
That's the trade that he's offering. He's saying, if you guys...
That is canned.
He said, if you guys commit to not having a nuclear weapon, we are going to make Iran thrive. We're going to make it economically prosperous. And we're going to invite the Iranian people into the world economy in a way they haven't been in my entire life. And that's the kind of Trumpian grand bargain that the president has put on the table. Man, we're going to keep on negotiating and try to make it happen because it would be great for the world. Yeah. It'd be great for our country. It'd be great for everybody.
It's part of their vernacular. I mean, I guess it's also part of our vernacular, but in a different way. They have a good connotation for it. We have a bad one.
I mean, Tim, I think the finances in my house would just go so much better if I put like an armed guard outside your driveway and I just, put a toll on you when you went about your day-to-day things and when you went to work. And I'm just going to, I think that's the best deal for us as a collective going forward, is if I just like impose penalties on you while doing nothing myself. Like, does he understand how fucking ridiculous he sounds?
I don't think he does.
Like, it is painfully apparent Iran is not going for this. They've already said till the last drop of blood. So what are you talking about with we'll set up a second blockade?
Right.
And who's going to do that blockade? Whose kid are you putting on a boat to go sit out there in the fucking Gulf to be a fucking rocket sponge? This is moronic. A cardinal outside my window. There was a couple things I added to the list. Tammy Duckworth went all the way in. Honestly, we could probably close with that. Let me see. Playlists. Headliners 2. Electric Boogaloo. Everyone's favorite.
Is Tammy going to be on Unbox later?
Oh, for sure. Oh, I got a couple of them here. Oh, yeah, because we didn't talk about the warehouse fire.
No, we didn't talk about the warehouse fire.
Okay, so I got 156, 7, and 8 on the list. Or do you want me to share it?
Yeah, you share it.
All right. Stop. Wait, is this KTLA? Because they keep giving us copyrights. No, it's just Chicago.
Yeah, we got a copyright from some Australian news agency too.
They're very picky. All right. The fire that everybody has been talking about.
New video may offer insight into
Jesus.
the motive behind the massive fire that destroyed a giant
Oh my God.
Ontario. Before the breaking news, our Leticia Juarez filed this report.
If you're not going to pay us enough to live or afford to live, at least pay us enough.
Man, that's a whole lot of fucking toilet paper. Whole warehouse full.
Enough not to do this.
Arson investigators say this video posted to social media is part of their investigation into the warehouse fire early Tuesday.
Holy shit.
Racks on racks on racks on racks.
Morning in Ontario. It appears to show cases of toilet paper being set on fire while a person repeatedly claims he isn't paid enough to live on. 29-year-old Shamil Abdul Karim has been arrested for felony arson. Police say he was working at the warehouse through a third-party company. Investigators say they are reviewing the video.
So he's a temp for the warehouse.
But
I see.
Confirmed whether the person is Abdul Karim for the massive blaze that destroyed the more than 1 million square foot facility. Firefighters.
What did you say? 1 million square feet?
Yeah.
Fuck.
To the building and no one was injured. Fire officials tell us arson was suspected almost immediately based on how quick the fire spread inside the facility. We spoke to a coworker who told us he had just met the suspect moments before the fire broke out.
No suspicion that it was him. Actually, he was missing, so everyone was trying to find him. Everyone was blaming the robots at first. We're almost 100% sure it was the robots.
Oh, so they have to work with robots.
Ah.
So you can afford robots, but you can't afford to pay people? Oh, well, this sounds like you can afford a whole 1 million square foot warehouse. Sounds like you got a whole new warehouse money. Since you got robot money, you got new warehouse money.
Mm-hmm. Until we seen that video, of course.
Definitely was uncharacteristic fire. Just the fire behavior that they were experiencing inside and the rapid spread of that fire for such a large building. To move that quickly, it definitely pushed our firefighters into that defensive operation. And that was one indication that it could possibly be a arson of nature.
In the final clip of the video, it appears to show a corridor of the warehouse in flames with the person's.
He also live streamed the shit.
Yeah.
There goes your inventory.
Oh my God,
More
Sarah.
than 24 hours later, the fire is still smoldering. It's created a thick haze of smoke and ash in the immediate area. Leticia Juarez, ABC 7.
Chrissy wants to know is why wasn't there sprinklers installed in the warehouse that stores flammable goods?
I mean, they work unless the whole rack goes on fire.
Yeah, I think they can only do so much.
Yeah. And I mean,
oh boy.
The toilet puns begin. Is it put him under the jail? I mean, he could go to jail, or they could just pay people. Because what's going to... Okay. Let's run this to its logical conclusion. That warehouse goes down, and then another warehouse is going to go down, and then another warehouse is going to go down, and then another How many warehouses do we have to lose before CEOs get the message? You're going to just search you're going to check everybody for lighters when they come in? No lighters on the floor, no flammable things in the thing. You're gonna pat everybody down before their shift.
And here's the problem. Here's the problem. It is going to cost money. And like this was a 1 million square foot facility filled with toilet paper and paper towel and all that stuff. Like now that stuff's gone.
Yep.
And yeah, it's going to suck for the rest of us when the prices of those things go up. But dude had a point. Like that's the whole theory behind work,
right?
Is that they're paying us for hours of our time or whatever it is, and theoretically they should be paying you enough not to hate your job.
There's a certain threshold that you have to meet when it comes to workers, because like let's say we hired a producer or an editor. If I decided to pay that editor, not enough money and just like scraping by wages to do all of our editing work, maybe they'll edit some bullshit into our shit because I'm not paying them properly. And that's on me for not paying them properly. That's not I could have prevented this by paying them adequately. There is a step I could have taken to stop all this from happening. CEOs will figure it out, but we're going to lose probably. in the year 2026, I'm going to guess 3 more at least. Like people like, and I was talking to the therapist yesterday. America is probably 3 to 4 months away from one of the worst housing crises we have ever seen.
Yeah.
Because as soon as those oil effects actually hit the states, which it will, should be coming in about a week or so because the oil takes so long to get over here. Yeah, you're gonna start seeing some wild shit around here because people they're gonna have to evict everybody. And then what are they gonna do? Want more money so they can move into a new place. They're not gonna be able to get it, and then their job is gonna piss them off, and then that shit's gonna go up. You gotta pay people. You can't break the system and expect the system to serve you. You gotta pick one.
And if someone in their job feels so destitute that they have to resort to what this gentleman resorted to, that's a problem. Like,
it's a symptom.
Right. If he's working through a contractor or whatever, like a third party company hiring security guards or whatever, he is paid to, I mean, part of the social contract here is you're paid not to do damage to the place.
Correct.
Like, that's half the reason you're there. You're paid not to do damage to the place. You're paid not to steal, and you're paid to do the work that you're assigned to do. If you feel like you're being so underpaid that you have to set the place on fire,
right,
that's a problem. And you know, who knows the mental health condition of this person? Nobody knows. But shouldn't there have been a process in place to make sure the employees were happy enough to do the work?
Maybe they should get free mental health care.
Maybe they should get health care.
Oh, but they can't even get fucking paid. So you want unstable people making slave wages? Fine. Don't expect your fucking warehouse to be there in the morning.
Witness News.
This is what happens when you deunionize places.
Correct. Organized labor for everybody. This is in, oh shit, where is this? Oklahoma.
Of the heart-stopping moments, a gunman walks into Pauls Valley High School in Oklahoma. You can see a pistol in hand. But watch what unfolds next. Principal Kirk Moore, the
get his ass.
emerging from another door
Motherfucker, hell
and
no, mother
tackling the
bitch.
suspect.
Bitch,
Identified by police
motherfucker.
as 20-year-old Victor.
That's the kind of shit I be talking about. This is the energy everybody needs to have. You see some crazy shit, you get fucking crazier. You crazy, these motherfucking crazies.
Watch what unfolds next. Principal Kirk Moore in the blue shirt
Get his ass.
emerging from another door and
You didn't think he
tackling
had squabbles
the
like
suspect.
you ain't think he had squabbles like that, did you? Yeah, look at you.
Identified by police as 20-year-old Victor Hawkins, a former student.
Is he an undocumented immigrant? What Latin American country is he from?
America.
Is he from Tren de Aragua? Is he from MS-13, MS-13? Does he have that on his knuckles?
Yeah, that dude is braver than the cops.
That was the principal.
Yeah, he's an administrator.
He said, oh, hell no, not my babies.
Of the school. Just feet away, you can see a young person slip out during Moore's fast-acting efforts. Authorities say the principal was shot in the chaos, but managed to get the suspect to drop the gun. Another staff member then scrambling to pick it up.
It doesn't surprise me, the actions that he took, but it is amazing at the actions that he took. There's not a doubt in my mind that he saved kids' lives yesterday.
In a statement, Moore said in part, like so many educators around the country, we prepare for these events. I'm grateful that my instincts and training, as well as God's hand, were available to me. The suspect told investigators he was inspired by the Columbine school shooting.
Man, Columbine was a long time ago.
He wasn't even alive for Columbine. Columbine was 1999. He's 20.
Right.
Hey. Fuck the black pill shit. You little edgelords, y'all need to grow the fuck up. And if your little brother or your little cousin or whatever, if they're on some weirdo fucking Columbine trench coat shit, as a white person, it is your job to report these motherfuckers ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
if you know he's a little fucking weirdo and he's like reading school shooter manifestos and shit like that, report his bitch ass. Because what are you just going to do? Fucking sick him on the rest of us? Because you're fucking scared of him and you don't want to deal with him? So we're just going to have to like hope the principal tackles his ass? Someone in that motherfucker's life knew he was like this. And just let him do what he wants.
According to an affidavit, he now faces numerous charges, including shooting with intent to kill, as the shaken school community is grateful no one was killed, thanks to the heroic actions of their principal. Emily Ikeda, NBC News.
The principal shouldn't have to tackle people walking in, former students walking in the fucking front door.
Tons of mice.
Yeah. So, like, if you have a fucking weird kid, deal with your kid and stop sicking him on the public. It is not our job to defend ourselves against your little fucking perfect Homelander angel child who's fucking deranged. Help them get better. It is not our job to defend ourselves against your fucking lack of responsibility. Raise your fucking kids.
We thank you for watching.
No.
This is Dubose Alderman. She.
Oh,
Jesus.
Get him, Wiggles. And now for the petty part of the show.
She's a University of South Carolina alumni who's already been fired for being a racist piece of shit. Most of y'all have already seen the video, but I have a few extra things to add, so let's watch this together.
Let's watch together.
I'm probably about to get canceled for this, and some of you are going to be mad, but I actually don't care at all.
Oh, you don't care? Thank you for giving me consent to drag you, bestie. Let's see what else you have to say.
But it's like, it shows that some people in our generation did not grow up with the parents that said...
What do you think the parents said? Let me know. Let me know in the chat, guys. What do you think her parents taught her?
I can't even. I don't even know.
Just think for a second. What could her parents have taught her as she brushes her hair and gets ready in the morning? Let me just make a quick video.
Oh, all right. My answer is live and let live.
Right.
Turn the other cheek.
Majority of left-leaning people despise gun violence everywhere and actually want real solutions. 100% on board.
1000% on board.
And I am a 2A leftist, so. Whilst everyone calls us the soyest of boys and cucks, I'm just like,
yes,
right.
I oppose the Second Amendment, but I understand Mikey's thoughts.
Because I'm black. And they like to come for us in the night, and you got to be ready.
The red birds go with the red birds, and the blue birds go with the blue birds.
Oh.
It shows, because why are we mixing races?
What?
The red go with the reds, and the blues go with the blues.
I mean, it definitely shows how you were raised when you consider who your daddy is, Chris Alderman, who used to own Alderman Drugs in Sumter, South Carolina. You see, before it closed in 2023, Alderman's was the place of sit-in protests in the 60s because it was a segregated business that refused to service black people.
Oh, boy.
Her daddy was like, yo,
that
let
is
me
probably
get...
what her parents taught her.
He's like, yo, let me get the Legacy Races project. Is that available? I can buy that? Where they were pouring the hot coffee in people's laps?
Oh, boy.
Putting milkshakes in their froze? Oh, I gotta be in here.
But girl, did you also know that your racist daddy committed Medicare fraud in 2008 and got...
Oh, shit. Public records coming out to bite you in the flat butt cheek.
His pharmacy technician license suspended for 5 years and had to pay a $3,000 fine? Wow, what a role model for you.
I don't really fuck with TikTok all that often, but the level of petty investigation that TikTok provides is just a very unique biome.
Like, you guys, like, whatever. You know, like, that might be racist to say, but why do we mix races? Why are we not just keeping the white people with the white people, keeping the black people with the black?
Oh, my God. I can't even.
The white
Guys,
people, Tim. You know, the whites.
As if you've ever taken a sociology 101, you have learned that race is a social construct, not a biological imperative.
Tim, she's from Whitelandia.
I know
she's
she's from
talking about
Whitelandia.
whites. That's where they're from. White people are from Whitelandia. Everybody knows that.
It's
That's
more of
why
a-
black people should go back to Blackston. No, this is the thing. She isn't on drugs. She isn't delusional. She's just racist. They have this complete bubble, this fucking, I don't know, firmament, you would call it, around them of delusion. This projected power and all this beautiful, like, oh, we're going to control everything. Like, they really think that that's happening right now. They're going to get that. Was that
John Johnson wrote in the chat, back in the 60s, I hate to tell you, but Jim Crow laws were still in effect. Oh, in effect. That's what they meant to say.
Yeah.
And this was laws that Democrats made.
Jim Crow.
Now, John
I finally had a reason for the button.
While you are technically correct, may I remind you that the segregationist Democrats switched parties to become the white nationalist Republicans they are today. And that back in the 60s, the Republicans were liberal.
I need to just find a clip of that and then just download it and put it in the thing, because we get that probably every show.
Right? You do realize there was a political realignment after the Civil Rights Act was passed, because the Democrats threw the segregationists out of the party. They all ran to the Republican side, and then the liberal Republicans were like, fuck this. And then they became Democrats. If you look at any voting map, let's say 1964, and then post 1970, they're fucking, the colors are flipped, man.
But he knew
all, that. The parties is a fucking shell game. We're not talking about Democrats and Republicans here. We're talking about liberals and conservatives. The left
No, but
and the right.
they switched jersey colors. So there's no way that jersey could have been right with that jersey.
Yeah,
Fucking
it's all,
read, dude.
It's all shirts and skins, man. Like, that's all it is. Switching teams. They do it all the time.
People keeping the Hispanics within the same. Why are we fucking mixing races?
Let's not forget.
Okay. Are you serious? Are you serious, or are you a troll? Because if you're serious, that is dude. You didn't Google this? I learned this in fucking shit. 8th grade, 9th grade. This is old history, dude. Fucking 60-year-old history. How do you not know this? If you're actually dumb, I'll teach you. But if you're just a fucking moron, then I'll just let you be dumb forever. You have to understand that you can look this shit up. You don't have to listen to me. You don't have to listen to Tim. Look it up yourself and come back. Just Google it yourself and come back. There is no way you're a fucking grown-ass adult saying something so fucking moronic when you literally have a smartphone in front of you that can literally look up the right answer and tell you. Take the 10 seconds to look it up. Look it up. It's easy. Stupido. Jesus Christ. Like, dude, you have to look up shit.
Oh, here we go. I don't care if the hosts are Democrats or Republicans. I'm just pointing out the fact that the Democrats did not flip and are still, in fact, racist. They've always been that. They just hide it better.
Oh, my God. You're so dumb. You're so dumb.
They do their own research.
There is no way you looked it up and said what you said earlier. That's impossible.
It's just not true. It's just not true.
Like, you're telling me you looked it up and still said this. Are you serious?
You know, the funny thing is that the Civil Rights Act would not have passed without the Democrats because they controlled Congress.
It's just, I don't know.
So even still, your point is moot because the segregationists still voted for the Civil Rights Act because they had an unbreakable majority.
Shut up, Weeshasa. I'm cooking right now. Don't try to make it that they're racist. We're correcting the fact that you're acting like the Democrats were the party of conservatives, or that Republicans were the party of conservatives and the Democrats are. It was the opposite. And you are not acknowledging that simple fact. We know that both like white people in this country have always been racist, and most of them still are to this day. But that's not what we're having. That's not the argument. That's not the contention. You need to understand that your party affiliation has nothing, like the way that you keep trying to throw labels around has nothing to do with the facts.
Here we go. Here's the true crux. We're acting like all conservatives are racist.
When did we say that?
Yeah, when did we say that?
No, you're acting like the current Democratic Party is the party of segregationists back in the 60s. And that's not fucking true. And you know that's not true, but you keep saying this shit.
Wow. I'm white people. I'm not racist.
Say again, you're claiming most white people are racist, and we're not.
We never said that.
We're getting tired of being called racist.
We never said that. You brought up the topic. Hold on, Mike. You brought up the topic that Democrats were segregationists. I agreed with you, but I said they were conservative Democrats. I never said white people.
Which is factual.
And then I said there was a party realignment between the 1960s and the 1970s where the conservatives became the Republican Party and the liberals became the Democratic Party. And you can argue on whether or not that's true still today. It's really not for the Democrats. They're also conservative. But no one ever said that all white people are racist. You can run the tape back on the show.
I'll say most
white people are racist.
I'll say most white people are racist.
Well, Mikey said it.
I'll say it. Fine. Even if I said it, you're still fucking wrong on the facts. I'll give you that I said it. Fine. Fine. Cool. Great. You're still fucking wrong. And I'm fairly certain I'm still fucking right. As many people chanted for mass deportations and you're telling me they're not racist when they're all a bunch of fucking immigrants? What's the difference? The race of the people that are coming in? When their people came in the exact same fucking way? Motherfucking cops shoot the shit out of white people. They don't say shit. Black people say, hey, we don't want to get shot anymore. Stupid blacks. Always complain. And like you can try to make it seem like all white people are you, but even if you're not racist, I'm sorry, dude, there's tons of white people that disagree with you and that think that you're a flaming cuck, soy boy, liberal, whatever, because you don't hate black people enough, or you don't hate Mexicans enough, or Muslims enough. You are the minority inside your race. That doesn't mean that all the rest of your race is exactly like you. You're wrong. And sorry, I'm outnumbered 6-1 in every fucking room I go into. How outnumbered are you? How aware are you of other people's
I want to
races?
ask them a real question. John Johnson in the chat. What is conservatism? What is conservatism, and I suppose what is liberalism? Like, not the liberal as in like liberal democracy and all that, but like the party ideology of liberalism. Because I think it's going to be very clear what your ideology is by your definitions of those things.
And that isn't what the law states. By the way,
it's not.
And also the fucking United States federal government had an app and a website to assist people in their asylum claims, which is what most of the people that are here or were here signed up on, which is why the Trump administration shut it down week 1. If it didn't work and it wasn't a process that was applicable, why did he shut it down? You talk about pinch points in the immigration, and then Trump's firing immigration judges left and right.
So he says that conservatism is that you make your own way in life, and liberalism is you expect everybody else to give you what you want out of life. Wow.
And this is why we can't debate with people, because they don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. They just make up their own fucking definitions of words. I blame Facebook, to tell you the truth. Like Facebook has like
kids.
You know, like we have no, like, for me and Tim, it is hard for us to do this show every fucking week when we want to debate people, and this is what we fucking get. You know, like it would be one thing if we had on, like, you know, professional minds like a Ben Shapiro or something like that. I feel like we have arguments that could, you know, take on the big leagues. But instead, I get this. This is my opponent. This is what I get to contend with. Made up shit.
I would have accepted traditional values. I would have accepted limited government. I would have accepted
strong national defense.
Right. Skepticism of like quick change, because you want to remain traditionalist. Originalist interpretations of the Constitution. For conservatism, those would all be applicable. Not you make your own way.
Like that has nothing. That is capitalism. You are a capitalist. You're not a conservative, because you haven't brought up anything that has to do with conservatism. Anything. Make your own way. That has nothing to do with anything. That's just such vibes, dude. Argue policy. Argue law. Argue history. That's what we're talking about. And you have just vacated all of that because you just want to make your own definitions. Is that you make your own way in life? What are you talking about? This is what I mean, guys. We can't even have a fucking clean debate with people on facts because they won't agree on reality anymore.
If you make your own way in life, that is conservatism, because you save to take care of yourself through life. That's just capitalism. That's not an ideology. That's just like a personal philosophy.
It's not an idea. Like, you don't understand what. That's why you keep switching up, like Republican, conservative, liberal, Democrat. Like, you just have them all mixed together in your head. Each one of those words has meaning and are separate and have nuance. If you don't have that going into the conversation, you're going to say shit that we're going to correct.
To be honest, that's individualism. That's the philosophy of individualism. Right. And both parties preach that shit, man. Both parties preach, the individualism or exceptionalism, if you want to call it that. But that's not conservatism. Conservatism is traditional values, strong national defense, limited government.
Low taxes.
Low spending.
Right.
Theoretically. Like, this isn't conservatism. It's not the political definition of conservatism. It's not anyone's definition of conservatism. This is individualism. It's individualism.
He makes up his own definitions for words based on how those words make him feel. And then everyone else is supposed to just, debate his made up fucking theories.
Okay. I mean, same thing applies to you. Same thing applies to you.
So anyways, for fuck's sake. Next time you have an interruption, make sure it's worth it.
Racist. Why are we not just keeping the white people with the white people, keeping the black people with the black people, keeping the Hispanics with the Hispanics? Why are we fucking mixing races?
Let's not forget that your mama was named Teacher of the Year at an elementary school that is over 76% Black and 100% low income. Do you think she tells those children not to mix races too, or was that just you?
Stupid, stupido. We shall do with the £2 British. Thank you, sir.
I love how everyone likes to think that like just definitions of words don't mean anything, and you can just say whatever you want as the definition of a word, and all the points are made up and nothing matters.
Yeah, because they're emulating what they see on TV, and they're not actually debating with people.
Yeah,
there's a difference.
Like, just so that you know, boys go with girls and girls go with boys. Redbirds go with redbirds and bluebirds go with...
I mean, by her logic, shouldn't the boys go with the boys, like the boy blues with the boy blues and the girl reds with the girl reds?
Everyone should be separated by also gender.
And then just stay in that quadrant, you know? Don't come out.
Bluebirds, like, what the fuck? I'm telling you, this world went to shit when we thought it was okay to, like, be mixing all these crazy races. What are we fucking doing?
Did your parents teach you?
What are we fucking doing? Chris C in the chat. Oh. Stupido. £2 British. No dictionary is going to help this chappy.
Nope.
You feel for him.
Do this before or after they got divorced in 2013. Aren't y'all the same people who complain about broken homes, and here you are with fatherless behavior?
Like, let's just keep it simple. You know, let's just keep it simple. Stop changing your gender. That's a little fake and gay, as Candace would say. Stop changing your gender. Girls don't go with girls. Boys don't go with boys. Don't mix races.
But you said the blurs. I thought the pattern was...
And don't move in with a boy until you're married. Oh, come on. Like, let's be classy. Like, why are we being tacky and trashy? Ugh.
Bestie, do you know what's trashy? Your mama racking up almost $23,000 in credit card debt while you sit on the internet pretending you embody American family values. The same shit you would use against Black people to spew racist, hateful vitriol is what your family is actually guilty of. But hey, maybe I'd run my mouth too if everyone in my town called my mama a drunk. Can't relate. Go Cox, bitch.
All right, Sandstorm, hold on.
All right, Mikey, I gotta run.
Yeah, Tim's got to go.
I gotta go work at the soup kitchen, volunteer at the soup kitchen.
Boop, 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 boop.
But I did repost the link in the chat that Viper Scott posted, so the idiot in our chat can fucking learn a thing.
God, guys make it so hard to be nice. We were nice the whole show.
Yeah.
And then everybody wants to piss us off.
I assume you're going to keep going, Mikey?
I mean, I'll rock out for like another 5-10 minutes as I get the redirect going.
All right.
But yeah, catch you later. Yeah. Catch you tonight.
Yeah, catch you tonight for Unboxed. And
you filthy pirate.
Everyone volunteering is a good idea. We'll put that out there. Do what you can.
I agree.
For your community, because the government is not going to do that.
What? Why would it not?
No.
Glamorous broads. What a great advertisement.
Don't forget to drink your meek. Bye.
Bye.
I haven't left yet, but
all right, he's gone. Let's talk about him. Whew, what a piece of work. Can't stand that guy. Glad he's gone. Hope he never comes back. It's fucked up. No, I hope he comes back. Damn. All right, redirect. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. All right, let me see. Pup, Allie, Wisha's D, person prisoner, Sarah Davies. Oh, that's Tim posting that link. Muttley. Oh, my goodness. It's always something. You know? They always want to argue and they always want to fight over such simple, obvious shit. 8th grade history class shit. Unreal. And they're out on the roads right now, driving, picking up their kids for ugh, how terrifying. Okay. I'm going to take you guys over to Lil of All Trades. Everybody say hi. Maybe let's spam her onions. Let's onion her up. She's got a newer channel. Yeah, you got out of here. Thank you, Chris. So, I was just saying you're here. But yeah, say what's up to Lil. Lil's in Texas and Joe's in Kentucky. So 2 more Americans, millennials. Where did Dr. Jesus Trump when you need him? Dr. Jesus Trump, medicine woman. Oh, let me not disparage Dr. Quinn. She doesn't deserve that. But tell them we sent you, drop some onions in their chat, and I will see you guys if any breaking news happens. And I'll see you Tuesday. Love you so much. Check out the merch, patreon.com. Check out the Twitch, and drink your meat.